Yo, what's going on, chat? How are you? Good afternoon. Welcome in to test number 40. No, this is test 67. Test number 67 of the IRL backpack. I am Tadashi Hamada, and this is test 67 of the IRL backpack. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? Welcome. First of all, everybody hear me okay? Everybody sound good? Are we looking okay? Because I've done a lot more tinkering. I've done a lot more tinkering in the last 24 hours. Even last night, after stream, I tinkered more. I can't help it. I'm a tinkerer. Bender, what's going on, man? Chef, hello. Appreciate you guys all being here. Welcome in. So we did more tinkering. Who is Tadashi Hamada? Bro. Movie night tonight. You and me, Big Hero 6. Can't believe that garbage. Jondrel says, "Well, it is you, but I guess it looks okay." Thanks. What, you don't like my new shirt? That looks pretty cool, right? It's a Super Mario Brothers shirt. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you being here. Audio sounds great. So I didn't tinker a lot with the audio. What I did tinker with was more of our antennae. Not the satellites, but the antennae, the Starlink stuff. And today, I actually decided I didn't skip a test, but I ran one this morning. And I know that I should have waited on you guys. I apologize. I ran a test this morning in which I ran the second Starlink module in the vehicle. We are still running into power supply issues, but never fear, chat. I decided to purchase something different today. Every day I tinker with this setup. I can't wait to be done testing it because every day that I tinker with it, I spend more money. Today I spent $800. I spent $800 on E-mount power supplies that we will use with the Starlink antennas. And I can't help it. It just is what it is. We had to have it, but it's going to be great. What I will tell you is the biggest reason that I had to do that was, no, I didn't need a third satellite. Wait, it dropped? There's no way it should have dropped. Let me look. Oh, yeah, I guess it could have dropped. But I also lowered the threshold to 750 kbps, like Dr. Iron Chef recommended. So, no, I spent almost $800 on new power supplies. And that will give us an additional... If I'm using both antennas, it's going to give me probably an additional... It'd give me probably roughly about 10 hours, give or take, ballpark, 8 to 10 hours worth of usage if I'm using both Starlinks and all 4 modems. Obviously, it depends on what our usage is going to be. So, but yeah, that puts, man, I've got so many power supplies now. It's crazy. I've got, how many did we say we bought of the X1s? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 X1s, which the X1 are the ones that came with the backpack. So that's for the camera and the encoder. And I was hoping that the X1s were also going to work for the antennas. They do not. I have 2 Anchor power supplies that I was hoping would work for the antenna. They do, but not perfectly. As a matter of fact, I ran both of these antennas today off the Anchor power supplies for about 45 to 50 minutes before I got that ground fault circuitry error message. And the equipment was all warm. Everything was warm. I still got that. All I can think is that it's a power, like an amperage thing from the antennas. Sometimes they're going to use more power than others. I can't really tell. Upon doing a great deal of research today, I found that these Anchor power supplies only All right, you guys who know electricity out there, because my head hurts today from everything that I tried to learn about electricity, and I even reached out to a couple of people for advice and for some math. So the power banks are like 27,000 milliamp hours at 3.7 amps. So it gives it, ballpark roughly 100,000 milliamp hours, right? Sound right so far? Because, milliamp hours times volts equals, or amp hours times volts equals milliamp. Don't know, okay? Don't know. However, what I found is that there is a more rugged power supply out there called a V-mount. It's meant for professional gear, and it supplies 14 volts, but it only has 6,800 milliamp hours. So essentially, long story short, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm told that it gives a cleaner, more steady power supply, but still has roughly 100,000 milliamp hours and will last roughly the same amount of time as my Anchor. It's just going to provide cleaner power. Please tell me I did not waste $780 today, because I fell for it hook, line, and sinker, and I'm like, oh, more volts equals cleaner energy. Sold! So that's what I did. Certainly says everything sounds great. It's kind of worrying me. Well, we are currently running off of 5 out of 6 interfaces. And when I say 5 out of 6 interfaces, what I mean is I've got both Starlinks activated today, and we've got our 4 available modems like we have had. Right now, one of the modems has already lost signal. One of the modems is offline, but we're still running on 5 out of 6 bonded network connections. So that is fantastic. And honestly, that little blip, that was probably where I was turning a real sharp turn, and maybe the antenna lost calibration for a second because I was just pulling out of the parking lot at work. Do I have enough cooling for all this wattage? Absolutely not. But no, so right now I'm not even using the power supplies because I ordered them. Actually, what I'm doing right now to run both of the Starlinks is I actually got out the AC cords, and they're plugged into the AC outlets on the truck. So everything is fantastic there. We haven't had a single drop. Everything is looking great. We're now back to 6 out of 6 network connections. All 4 modems, both Starlinks, working great. So that is fantastic. Retrieving said it's not about cleaner power, it's just more power. Well, that's fine too, Retrieving. That's what I think we were getting into. I think what was happening is that the anchors were occasionally dipping below, or the draw was a little bit too high, and that was causing it to short. That was that ground circuit thing that Putz was talking about yesterday. And then on the X1s, it's just not enough. It's just straight up not enough. The X1 is not capable of putting out the 100 watts that this thing needs. Now, what's a little bit disappointing, sun's bright. What's a little bit disappointing, I need my glasses. Those aren't my glasses. What is a little bit disappointing is that the backpack people told me that these batteries would work for the Starlinks. They clearly are not going to. But that's okay. I still have some good power supplies. They're great power, and they're powerful, and they're able to be flown through an airplane and all that stuff. So I'm going to probably keep those, and we'll just use them for extra power supplies for anything else. Cell phones, other cameras, whatever, anything except for the Starlink stuff. No, I'm not going to return the X1s, Wardon. I mean, they were only, to be honest with you, they're 100 milliamp hours, and they were only basically like $200 a piece, or I think $180 a piece. So I am going to keep them just because you can never have too much power. And honestly, the backpack and this cam uses the X1s. So does the encoder that we're using to transmit. They all use the X1s. So if I was going to do a camping trip, or if I was going to go do an overnight somewhere, we would need a lot of extra battery power. So I'm going to keep the X1s for the whole backpack kit. I bought some V-mounts from Small Rig for the Starlinks, and I've got 2 extra anchors for funsies. So I'm just gonna keep them. I should probably return them, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep them. That gives me 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I now have 12 power supplies for this entire rig, but I'll only ever be using 3 at a time. And that's only for like maximum power. That's only if I'm using both Starlinks and the backpack, and I guess maybe a 4th one if I need to charge my cell phone or something like that. Are my glasses blurry? Can you guys... my glasses a little pixelated? You guys see okay? I'm thrilled to death that we're still running on 6 bonded network connections, though. It's pretty... it's actually making me feel very, very good. Guys, I'm not kidding you when I tell you I have done nothing but spend time and brain power rigging all this and making it. And obviously, crazy enough, this is going to sound so unlike me, but documenting it in such a way that I can set it up rapidly and without much thought, depending on my application, right? If I'm going to be in the car versus going to be out, IRL on the streets versus on the cruise ship versus in the studio, et cetera, all these setups are just a teeny tiny bit different from one another. So I've actually been documenting how I'm using what and what cables so that it's, I can follow instructions that I left myself for building it, depending on my application. So that's what I've been working on. And I'll even apologize to Mrs. Boss. I did spend a couple of hours today thinking, brain powering, and jotting notes down. Zep says, think of volts as a bucket of water and amps as the water flowing through a hose to your gear. More volts is a bigger bucket of water, and more amps is a bigger flow of water. Volts, bucket, amps, hose. Okay, so I like that thought. Follow me here. If I have a big bucket, let's say, okay, I'm going to use simple math. Let's say I have a 10-gallon bucket, and it transmits 1 gallon of water a minute. That means I've got 10 minutes of water flow, right? Right. Now, let's say I have a 5-gallon bucket, but 2 gallons a minute of water flow. Nope, that's not right. It would be a 10-gallon bucket and 1 gallon per minute. Smaller bucket. I'm confusing myself now. I was told that the anchor that's 27,000 milliamp hours at 3 volts would still get me roughly the 99,000, which is the legal limit size capacity of a battery, which I think is amp hours or something. I don't know. 99 something AH. And then this one that I bought today, because it was 14 volts, but it only had 6,800 milliamp thingies, that it was still basically the same as 100 amp hours or something. Just tell me that my battery life should be approximately the same between these two units. Retrieving says, what you were talking about earlier, clean power, is basically making sure the voltage is constant. It's actually somewhat relevant for things like live audio, but I'm not quite sure you have to worry about that with these types of USB devices. So, not all the other USB devices, but the Starlinks, man. The Starlinks were using too much power variably. And what I mean by that is the Starlink, for example, right now, at this moment, the Starlink is only using about 22 watts. But when it first booted up, it was like 40 and 45. And I think that was causing stress to my anchor power supply, because sometimes it could handle it and sometimes it couldn't. By the way, when I turned on the second Starlink antenna today, which is the first time I've had it on since Hawaii, oh my gosh, it must have downloaded 8 software updates from Starlink. It downloaded a lot of stuff. So, and that I noticed the power consumption was way higher during that period of time also. So it's like when I first plugged these things in, it's a little bit too much for the power supplies that I've got. They're enough to maintain, but they weren't enough to initialize, right? Like we talk about that, like it takes more electricity to start a light than it is to leave it running, or, you know, how much energy does it take, how much force does it take to start rolling a boulder, but then you've got gravity on your side, yada, 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 you know, stuff like that. Oh, man. So I have 2 Starlinks mounted in my windshield, and I'm passing a police officer right now. Please don't pull out. Please. You guys should see this. It's actually kind of ridiculous looking. And I was only doing it for today's test. I'm only doing it for today's test, and then I'm going to take him inside. Okay, he's not pulling out. Whew. I mean, literally a third of my windshield is covered up in satellites. Ignore me! Anywho. A couple of thank yous real quick. Spacewalker, thank you for the resub. Iron Chef, thank you for the shout out last night. Appreciate that. Cha Cha Roar with the resub. What's going on? Tony Pie and Doug with the stream streaks. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am not texting. I got my little pit boy on my arm. As a matter of fact, both hands are on the wheel. Both hands are on the wheel. Guru says it gets complicated with USB-C because it can operate at several different voltages. Not all supplies support each voltage and current combination, that's what I think was happening, man. I think it was just a little bit weird. So that's why I bought 4 V-mount small rig V-mount power supplies that are 14 volts, and I'm only going to use them for the Starlinks. I won't use them for anything else, just the Starlinks. I'm not holding a phone in my hand retrieving. Pip boy. All good. I'm not holding my phone. Relax, chat. So, anyway, I hope what I'm saying makes sense. I hope what I'm saying makes sense and that I didn't waste my money today. But so far, everything is working wonderfully. With if the Starlinks stay powered, then they're working perfectly into the backpack. And we've had only, 1 second of drop time today. And on top of that, I've got the power supplies coming that should absolutely 1000% be enough to power these Starlinks. And then I should have power supplies for literally everything and anything that I would ever need. I mean, because truthfully, even if I'm going on a trip, even if I'm camping, if I'm overnight somewhere, I should, in theory, have my vehicle, right? So even some of the battery packs I could recharge in the vehicle if I needed to or whatever. So, I mean, it's unlikely that I'm ever going to be completely without power. But if I am, like I said, I've got almost 30 hours streaming on the backpack. I've got roughly 10 hours streaming with both Starlinks. If I'm only using one Starlink, I've got 20 hours. And I'm never going to use all that. I'm never, ever going to, IRL that long. That's crazy. So, but we're prepared for all contingencies. Putt says that when Starlink renegotiates, it draws more amps. That is probably when the anchor power supply was being taxed, getting close to the threshold or just above it, kicking into GFI protocol. With a bigger bucket of volts, you will have a larger ceiling for those times when Starlink needs more amps. So that's what I did. That's exactly what I bought today. I bought 4 X99 small rig V-mount power supplies. And please, for the love of God, tell me I'm done spending on this setup. I'm not at 15 anymore, guys. I'm probably close to $17,000 or $18,000 now. It's just damn ridiculous. I gotta stop. Gotta stop. So I actually had that question, Polish Prince. I didn't know if there would be some kind of weird feedback loop. Can I actually charge a power supply with another power supply? I feel like that doesn't work because a lot of these charge ports are in and out. So like, for example, I charged my anchor, or I plugged my anchor into my laptop last night, and it started providing my laptop power. It was drawing power from the anchor instead of charging, but the laptop was plugged into AC power. How does that work? Laptop was plugged into the wall. When I plugged into the USB-C, it started sending power instead of receiving power. Doesn't make any damn sense. But we do have some things figured out. And I'll point out, if you take a look on the upper right-hand side of your screen, I don't know if I'm pointing the right direction. I hope I am. I added a couple of individual stream goals. Now, this is on top of everything that we're doing with the Go Wheel and all this other stuff. These are going to be stream goals independently, and I've created several buckets, almost like the mini daily events. This stream is going to have these, all right, which I honestly can't even read right now what they are. I don't remember which ones I chose for today. And then I have other groups, other combinations that we're gonna pop up on a stream, and if we hit them, then we do those goals, and if we don't hit them, then they reset for the next stream. So if you guys would feel so inclined, and they're a lot smaller, they're much smaller goals, so it still contributes to the overall goal, but it helps us get a little bit of sense of accomplishment as we go through the rest of the month. Because we're pacing okay. We're pacing okay with subs. We're a little bit behind, but we're pacing a little further behind on the money. I really need to be at $5,000 and 2,500 subs by the end of the month to keep me on track for paying for all this stuff. So please, if you feel so motivated and you are interested in the kind of content that we are starting to build here, I'm going to ask you, please dig down in the couch cushions, exclamation point tip, exclamation point donate, drop some subs, whatever it is that you think you can do. But I would really, really appreciate any and all assistance. That would help so much in trying to put this thing together. So I really do appreciate it. Martok, thanks for watching. Doug, thanks for the stream streak. Appreciate that. Daystro says, so you're also increasing the ability for us to spend on things. Are you Billy from accounting? Testing new ideas on us before STFC? No, listen. I'm not Billy from accounting. At least, you get tangible stuff, and for the most part, my stuff's been working, and if it doesn't work, then I find a way to fix it really fast. Is that fair? If it doesn't work, I find a way to fix it really quick. I spend the necessary money to fix my architecture. So I do appreciate all the help from the community. I really do. Thank you, guys. Go metal detecting at the beach after a busy day. Get some lost jewels. I wouldn't know anything about doing something like that. No, I didn't order the popcorn Tarpy. I didn't make any more changes. I had sent you the 4, and when I get some other ideas. Listen, the butter thing? No. No. You want to see me projectile vomit everywhere? That's the way to do it. Not happening. Not doing it. Waffley says, who's ready for cruising? I feel like we are very, very close. That's what I've been working so hard on over the last several days, is getting our rig ready for the cruise ship. And I feel like we are knocking on the door. Like I said, I get those power supplies. I've got one or two other little cable accessories that I ordered that are not that much, just to help consolidate. So right now, one of the cables that I'm using for the Starlink is super long, and I don't want to carry all that extra weight in the backpack when I've got the backpack on. So I bought, the Ethernet cable that comes with the Starlink's like really long. It's like 15 or 25 meters, something like that. So I bought just like a little 1.5 meter, I think it's 5.5 feet cord for Starlink that I can use in the backpack, so I don't have to carry all that extra cable. So Grouchy Olo says, what's wrong with butter? So okay, so you see the daily goals up here. Tarpy wants me to make one of them to eat a stick of butter. Ew, God, no, I can't even think about it. Make it cream cheese. Make it anything less repulsive. No, I can't do it. I honest to God can't do it, Tarpy. There are some things I just can't make myself do. I can't. I could not make myself eat a stick of butter. Couldn't do it. Oh. Now, if I melted it into popcorn or something like that, fine. But just eating a cold... I'm going to be sick right now. Ugh. That's disgusting. Tarpy. I mean, I would love to fundraise on the channel, and obviously we got some big goals, but I'm getting uncomfortable thinking I got to turn on the air. I'm already getting hot because of how disgustingly nauseated I am at this particular second. Bread and butter, also fine. But just to chew on 8 tablespoons of butter in a stick? Ugh. I can't. Can't do it. No way. Not happening. Ugh. I just can't. Zach says, are we going to get an IRL snow day stream? Possibly. Our snow is coming Saturday. I am... Now, here's the thing. Technically speaking, I'll be off Saturday. I was planning on doing a studio stream. That's provided that the internet and everything works in the studio. If it does not, then sure, I could do an IRL. Because at the very least, the Starlinks and at least a couple of these modems should be operational. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I am also at a hold on my Lego build. I'm at a hold on the shuttle, waiting for replacement parts and stickers that I've got to have for the next step. I'm on hold with the Enterprise D because I'm still waiting for the lighting kit. So I don't even have Legos though in the house that would be interesting. I guess I could cook. Guess I could cook something. Martok, thank you so much, dude. Martok just put $10 in on the technology fund. Thank you, my brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, interestingly, that did not show up in my activity feed. I just happened to see it in chat. So that is something I'm going to have to work on. I got to figure out how to work on my activity feed on my Twitch monitor here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Did I get propane today? Sure as hell did. 2 tanks worth, actually. I filled my one and bought another one. So I should have heat in the studio. Strap Backy McPackerson onto Hazel and let her run around. Ooh, did I just drop? Did we drop? 1 second. I feel like for 1 second, you guys really want me to leave the audio on there? I just feel... Okay, let me ask. When the BRB screen comes up and the audio plays, and then I come back, does it at least quickly fade, or is it a hard cut? Hopefully, please tell me that at least like fades over like 0.1 or 0.3 seconds. Because I hate a hard cut. That's so unprofessional. Please tell me. It's a cut? Oh, God. I'm going to have to fix that. I got to fix that. I can't handle that. If I can't fix that, I'll take the music out. Outlaw says it's a little bit loud. All right, I can adjust that. I can adjust that when we get home. I almost turned the audio off. To be honest with you, I don't think I like it there. But all the chat said that some audio was better than nothing. You know, was better than no audio, so I was going to leave it in there. But you know, for 1 second, just sounds like it would be intrusive. Sounds like it would affect your viewing experience more than just a 1 or 2 second drop. Can I make it so the music only starts after a few seconds? You know what? Yes, actually, I can do that. I can do that. You know how I would do that is that's not through a setting, but what I would do is I would take that MP3 file that I uploaded and just upload it with like 5 seconds of dead air at the very beginning. How long? 5 seconds, 10 seconds. That's actually a great idea. Whose idea was that? Polish, that's a great idea. That way, if it's a 2 or 3 second dropout, nothing happens, but after about 5 or 7 seconds, it would pick up. That's a great idea. Like that. And I still got to figure out the fade. I'm pretty sure I can make it fade. Balabom says, I prefer the music, so I know my side is still working. But it's also an animated screen. Okay, so Yo, Ice Wolf, thank you for the 25 biddies. Thank you so much. That's sweet of you. And Tony Pie for another 25 biddies. Thank you. Daystros with 5 biddies. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, sadly, I actually, and this is a goofy thing on my part, I cannot see what the stream goals are at the top, nor do you want me looking at my phone close enough and squinting hard enough to see them. Daystros, thank you for your 25 bits. I appreciate that. But, so somebody tell me which one I actually picked today. What are the goals up in chat? I think it was a $250 tip dono for a drive stream bonus, which are just these. Because once I get all this stuff tested out and I'm done, I'm not going to do these regularly. I've just been doing them to test all the stuff and, you know, get all the stuff working. But people seem to be liking them. Are you guys... Is this interesting for you to watch? The drive stream? Because to me, I would think that that's terrible content. But a lot of people have said, hey, I really enjoy just kind of hanging out with you in the car and yada yada. So, I mean, that's cool. We can do those. It is the next iteration of Talking in Cars. Yeah, it sure is. Talking in Cars with DJz 2.0. That's the thing. So 100 subs then for a bonus stream, which is pretty standard. And, dang it, I didn't get gas today. Crapola. I meant to get gas while I was at work. And then, what was it? 10,000 bits for 3 Go Wheel ads. In addition to the 2. So, like, if you do 10,000 bits, obviously that would be 2 Go Wheel ads. It's a bonus 3, so a total of 5 wheel ads. Wait, was it a wheel ad or was it a double up option? I don't remember which one I picked. I think... It was 10,000 for 3 bonus, right? 3 bonus, I think. Okay. You know, technically, Outlaw, I have been talking in cars with DJs for like 5 years. But you're right. Totally ripped that off of Seinfeld. For sure. Talking in cars with comedians. Should be back. I will be going to restaurants on stream eventually. All right, so I see you guys dropped there for a second. That is interesting that both Starlinks weren't able to maintain it, because we are still operating on all 6 interfaces. So there was something about that area. You know what? Probably why that area has terrible cell phone signal is the same reason that satellite couldn't get out, because it's just absolutely covered up with mountains and trees. I guess we're not immune after all. But it's still way better than it was that night. As a matter of fact, you guys want to stick around? You want to drive a little longer? Oh, I forgot my ring light tonight. I just realized that. You guys want to drive a little extra tonight? We could take that road that I dropped like 10 times on when going to Bristol the other night to see how much better it is. You guys want to try? I'm going to have to stop for gas. No, the Starlinks are not pointing in different directions. Ideally, that would be the way to go. Ideally, but in this truck, can't really do that. However, I'm told that in the app that they won't point at the exact same satellite at the exact same time. So even though I have 2 and they're pointed in generally the same direction, they should be connected to 2 satellites in the sky. So, where's my winter coat? My jacket is in the back seat because it's got my work logo on it. So the satellite antennas right now are currently mounted on the front of my windshield, which again makes them look absolutely dangerous and ridiculous, but I'm not going to get stuck somewhere and freeze. I just got to get gas. I've only got 47 miles to empty. So you guys want a little bit of a taste of a longer drive stream tonight? We could take that road. Maybe I won't go all the way to Bristol. I mean, it's an hour drive. Might not go the entire way, but we could go long enough to see if it's going to work. No, you know, I thought about putting them outside, but honestly, that's such a pain for the setup that I've got. And the next thing, Polish Prince, is, and this is totally a me problem, very niche, I don't drive the same vehicle very long. Like, even the fact that I've got all this stuff set up in here, I'm going to have to take it out tonight. They could sell my truck tomorrow. All right? I mean, I have a company car, so that they could sell it tomorrow. And so I can't keep all this stuff in here all the time. And so I'm not going to mount something to the roof that is going to be hard for me to get in and out. So, anywho, could I mount one Starlink in the rear window? So I could, yes. I thought about that, but the rear window it's a truck, so the rear window is perpendicular, so it would just be pointing out and not necessarily very well at the sky. So that's why I did not do that. I don't have another angled glass window in this vehicle. I just have the windshield. It's a truck cab, so everything else is square. Yes, Polish Prince, I could do a magnetic mount, but that would freak me out. Just as soon as I do that, that shit'll fly off. I'm not interested in trying that either. Have I tried piping in Discord audio yet? So, no. But let's do that, because actually I'm not piping anything in, really, per se, Daystros. What I was going to do, at least if I'm in this truck, is just turn it on speakerphone. And what I did for the cooking stream the other day was I put it on a speaker. So if I'm going somewhere and I want to pipe in Discord, I'll probably just bring a speaker. Let's try it if you want to come and chat. I'll go into the contributor room. If I can find it. Here it is. Join. And I'll turn that up. So, when somebody joins me, then we'll test out, see how that sounds. When I stop for gas, what? I'll test Discord. All right, hang on a second. I don't think change audio output to F150. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, there's Daystros, everybody. All right, you guys have good sound to Daystros? Hopefully.
I hear you fine, so that's a good start.
Good. Well, and the bigger thing is seeing if chat can hear you guys all right. Yeah, decent, says Warlock. Cool. Well, good. What's up, Karkin? Hey, Putz. Welcome.
Hey.
Yeah, so the camera on this Sony, the microphone on this Sony is actually really good. Surprisingly good. Do you guys know that, like, when I did the cooking stream and the last couple of driving streams I've done, I've actually not used a microphone? I'm just using the camera. So, I mean, it's actually surprisingly good. So
So I have a question. You've mentioned a couple times that you can't mount anything like on the back of the thing because so I'm assuming you like stick it to the window.
Yeah, it's got.
Do you not have
suction cups?
Like, I remember these old school ones, like for the cell phones. They would attach to the top of the window, and you'd roll it up and close it, and it would still point up. Do you have nothing like that?
I mean, these antennas are like 3 pounds, dude, and they're big. They're like a legal size sheet of paper. They're not small. Yeah, I don't think that would work. It's not like a little antenna thing like we used to have for the old cell phones.
What you need, DJ, is a vehicle with a sunroof so that you can open it up and just mount it vertically.
Oh, yeah. No, 1,000%. I already told Mrs. Boss, I said, because I told her about this thing that I had set up, because actually it's her vehicle after all. I told her about what I was testing, and I said, listen, when I do, of course, she always lets me do that. When I go to the beach, I always trade in, and I'll take a demo, like, that's a larger vehicle. I usually take an Expedition, and I like a nice Expedition, so it would always have a sunroof. But, so yeah, when I'm doing these longer trips, I'll just try to get a sunroof vehicle, and then I'll mount both of them side by side in the sunroof, and that way they should be hitting different satellites. So that's the goal anyway. But yeah, no, I'm glad it's kind of working. It is starting to get dark. I forgot to get my ring light. I was supposed to get a ring light. You guys told me and I forgot. I was too busy worrying about the cables last night and I forgot the ring light. No, I couldn't get a Mustang, Guru, because it has to have something to stick to. What about a stand or mount that works in the truck bed? I mean, that's not gonna not flop over when I'm driving. Did I just lose somebody, or are you guys talking? Putz just dropped. No, Karkin just dropped off. You guys still hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Oh, okay,
I got you. I'm just I am at work.
Yeah, I'm looking at the video feed. I'm gonna have to get a little ring light, help out with the lighting inside the truck here a little bit. Well, I'm very pleased to see these bit rates. It looks like we're maintaining like 4 to 5 to 6,000. We're on currently 5 out of 6 bonded connections. I'm down 1 modem. Both Starlinks are active, 3 out of 4 modems. Everything is great. I actually feel very motivated today. Chef, it's starting to come together. I'm feeling groovy. That I didn't just piss away money.
When a good plan comes together.
Well, yeah, it's starting to come together. I mean, it's still working. But like I said, I've spent way too much on this damn project. God bless.
It'll pay itself back tenfold with all the new content you can add to the channel.
I hope so. I hope so. Hey, Halo, what's going on? How are you, buddy? So anyway, yeah, so the goals up in the corner, those are good for an individual stream. So you guys can kind of see a little bit of a preview. If we hit a drive stream goal, then I'll just pack the gear and I'll do a drive stream. But or we'll go out and do something, go eat some food or whatever. But they'll cycle, and I've got some smaller ones too. This was just happened to be the first one I wrote, but I've got all kinds of them, and Tarpy's helping me write a few too. So they're going to be like daily mini events, and they'll just cycle through per stream, and there'll be individual stream goals there with little fun, little quirky rewards for us to do, like a Jackbox party night. We haven't done one of those in what, 2 years? So that's on there. An AMA with Mama DJs. Yeah. You get to ask one question. If we hit the stream goal, we'll call her up. You get to ask one question that the chat will agree on, and then I'll call her up. We'll ask the question, she'll answer, and then we'll get off the phone. I've got Oliver eating sour candy. Tarpy has on there for me to take a shot of something sour. Hey, by the way, instead of lemon, can I do like apple cider vinegar or something? Can it at least be good for me? Maybe apple cider vinegar would be good.
Just to clarify, lemon is also good for you.
Yeah, but it tastes bad. I can at least handle apple cider vinegar.
Well, as Sophia says, she has ideas that are both good for you and then also good for us. This one happens to fit both categories.
Fair. I could get behind the lemon shot.
Oh, there's Tarpy.
Hey! What's up, Tarpitude?
Hi.
It could be the lemon ginger shot. Ooh,
lemon ginger. That's spicy in like 4 different ways. The whole point is that you cannot react.
What?
Yeah, so you need to take a shot of something acidic. So that's either lemon juice, lime juice, which are not inherently that bad for you. Actually, they'd be healthier for you than apple cider vinegar in some ways. You just can't react.
But I'm dramatic.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll think about it.
Why do you think I gave that one to you?
All right, I'll add that one in.
Because you can't not.
Well, the butter's not happening. Tarpy, oh my God.
That's fine.
I'm getting nauseous. As soon as I thought about it, I'm getting nauseous again. I can't. Oh my God. Holy.
I love how that's the one you... Okay, so chat, he is dry heaving about butter, and this makes the suggestion of 5 different types of popcorn that are 4 million plus Scoville fine.
What? See,
that
would,
was the one you protested to.
I would probably be more likely to do something spicy than I would eat a stick of butter. That's just so gross.
It worked.
Yeah, butter, no on the butter.
I couldn't.
No on the butter.
So, again, my plan to get you to do something you didn't want to do by giving you something you didn't want to do more worked.
Well, great. Glad.
Yes. So, anyway, that was successful.
My bit rate is jumping around a super teeny tiny bit. You guys still good out there? Yeah, actually, I guess it looks okay.
They're fine. You haven't done the blank screen.
I'm actually pretty happy about this, to be honest with you. This bonding is working, with both Starlinks, it's working pretty well. I'm happy about that. I wonder if I'm going to lose connection when I try to get gas, because I'll be underneath one of those overhangs. I don't know. But I do need to get gas. You guys are making me nervous. Did I lose you? I shouldn't have.
We have not been lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys make me nervous when you're quiet.
That is my job.
To make me
I'm
nervous.
just contemplating how to make you a little bit more miserable, but also happy at the same time. It's a weird dichotomy.
Well, yeah, so send them over, just like little things, and we'll maybe throw them into the rotation. Yeah, we could, and by the way, I always did one for tips, one for bits, and one for subs. Obviously not with the expectation that we'd hit them all, but like that way, if we saw a goal and we liked it, we could chase after that one, and try to knock them out. If we knock out 2 or 3, even better, but it was always the idea that we would kind of collectively try to chase after one of the goals, and still, Daystros, kind of work towards the overarching goals of getting the technology budget done and spinning the go wheel and all that stuff. So there's still those benefits there as well. So you guys feel free. Drop in those tips and donos and them biddies.
Everyone. Yeah, send the ideas to me.
Right,
and then I can harass DJs. So send the stuff to me so I can harass him.
I am going to have to figure out why I can't see. I don't think this app lets me see YouTube chat, and it's not showing me like a real good activity feed either. I think I need to download a different app, because I didn't see the tip earlier, but that makes sense because that would have gone through Stream Elements, and I'm using the Twitch app. I think I need to find that ground control app I use from Stream Elements and put it on this phone. That way I can see everything that I would see if I was in the studio. Ugh.
You know, DJs, I was thinking that these little car pop-up streams wouldn't be the worst way for you to pay down your bonus streams from Lost In.
Well, maybe, but I mean, yeah, maybe, possibly. I could think about it. Like I said, it wasn't something that I wanted to do with a whole lot of regularity, because I mean, this feels like it could get boring really, really fast. But you know, while we were doing our testing, I for sure wanted to do them. And then, you know, if we earn a drive stream, you know, if that's something you guys want to do, then we can do that. But like I said, I didn't find this to be super riveting content. I mean, if you guys are happy with it, that's great. I'm glad you're happy. Hell, there's 120 people watching. What's up? I'm glad you guys are happy with it. I just thought is it interesting to watch somebody drive? I could use a tablet mount for my iPad and connect it to the Starlink. Well, Starlinks are all the way over there. I could just set up a computer monitor in here. Just kidding. Not going to do that. Like I said, I want this to be completely portable. I want to be able to unload it and load it in like 5 minutes, which I can do. Today, you guys saw I went on the air like right after 5 o'clock because, of course, I had most of this stuff set up from this morning, but I did it before work. Like, it didn't take me that long, like 10 minutes. I gotta figure out where to get gas. There's not a lot of that around here. I feel like I've lost Discord again.
No, we're still here.
You guys just making me nervous.
I just had somebody in my office, so I can't always talk because I'm still at work.
I had to jump off and take a phone call from my internet provider. They're sending me a new modem. Huzzah.
Should ask him for a Starlink.
You might have some in the water every day.
Clark, thanks for the hydrate.
When I asked why it took them a year to send me crap, they took over as my provider over a year ago. Like, and the guy didn't have any answers. I was running him through the ringer. He's like, can you confirm your blah, blah, blah? And I was like, no, you tell me my blah, 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 and then I'll confirm whether it's right.
You're one of those guys. Right.
You don't want to get tricked on the phone by someone like, hey, yeah, we're all good with giving you this great new, $1 deal. We just need you to confirm the PIN number, please. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Listen, we have this wonderful extended warranty lined up for you. It's going to take care of everything you need for your car for the next 100 years. I just need you to tell me the VIN and your social security number, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm going to phone back in a second and make sure Frank was real. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. It sounded up enough.
I actually have done that before, where, like, someone has called and I didn't really expect it. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Give me a number where I can call you back, and I'll call back. And if it doesn't go through, like, a business switchboard number or whatever, then, yeah, I'm out. Someone claiming to be from Verizon calls me. I'll tell you what, I'll just call Verizon, notate my account, and I'll call Verizon back, and we'll go from there.
All right, I'm going to go. Strider is picking me up from work because he's nice and walking home and getting our car, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
So you guys having good Discord audio? Like, are you guys able to hear everything pretty well? This is probably...
Yeah, the Discord is really good. It's... The only thing that is different is your voice timbre and quality, because you're not on the mics in the studio, but everything else is great,
Oh,
like
yeah.
But you sound good. You just sound different.
Well, I pay for... I have a lot of equipment I pay for that makes me sound good. I don't actually sound good in real life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I actually sound like this, guys. And I have specialized computer equipment that makes me not sound like this. So I can do things like
I think you call that voice
radio.
modulation.
Yeah. No, actually, funny enough, we haven't done this one for a real long time, Daystros, but one of the daily mini event redeems that we'll do later, it's a smaller number, but it's one of the smaller ones, but it is for 5 minutes of squirrel voice, which we haven't done in a long time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we did redeemable squirrel voice. So... Well, chat, we should be about 7 or 8 minutes from, probably not even that long, probably 4 or 5 minutes from where we would have dropped signal last time. So let's see how it goes. I hope we don't drop this time. Everything looks good so far. Modems are looking good.
Do you remember where the mile marker was?
Not exactly. I know about where it always happens when I drive that road. I don't drive it very often. But
I still brings up a great point. Did you put gas in the car?
no, not yet.
Okay.
I did not.
Let's keep that in mind. Cats don't do so great in the cold by themselves.
We are still running 6 out of 6 on the network connections, though, which is great. That's great. All 4 modems and both Starlink. So as we head into our little dead zone here, we'll see how they hold up. Yes, I'm going to go get gas. I think there's a spot soon. Ish. Yeah, well, Tony, the tailgates won't work if there's no gas to power the electrical. Unless you want to kill your battery, that can happen too. All right, we just lost one modem. We're down one modem. We're heading into the thick of the woods. We just lost 2 modems. We're down to 4 out of 6.
You haven't lost us or Twitch yet.
I am definitely going to lose Discord because Discord is just on my phone. And so I fully expect that I might actually lose Discord because that's, like I said, that's just on my phone and that's just using Verizon.
Go Verizon.
Actually, I may not because I just realized I didn't just leave it on Verizon. I also connected to one of the Starlink's Wi-Fi. So it could potentially hang on. Ooh, we're back to 6 out of 6. Both of those modems recovered. They recovered, but the bit rate is down. Bit rate is low. Okay, it's recovering. Guys, this is actually exciting. The backpack is working better having all 6 modems working at the same time. Like, it just feels like it's recovering faster. And it probably, I guess that makes sense, Dastros, because if it's bonding, you know, over 6 networks, even instead of 4 or instead of 2, then it doesn't require as much data per modem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like everything is running like at 1.2, 1.3 megabits per second across all 6. Did I buy better cables? Yes. And, oh, you missed the beginning of stream. I also bought more power supplies today. I bought more
power.
I need infinite power. Well, it is dark in here. I definitely need to get a ring cam.
It's better now than it was the previous night. You can see more of you. Do you have your light on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got dark quick. Did you watch? We watched the sunset with you, too.
You did watch the sunset with me. Kind of. It was facing the other direction. I was driving into it.
Yeah.
Could I just get a small thorium reactor to pull in a wagon? Yeah, I could. All right, I see a gas station. I think I'm going to stop here. Oh, that's not a gas station. All right, we're just going to keep driving. It's the worst that could happen. All right, we just lost another modem. We're down to 5 out of 6. Now, guys, I'll ask your help on this. During this stretch, like this 15-minute stretch, we will likely lose... Oh, there is a gas station. All right, I'm going to stop here and get gas. But here's what I need you to do for me in chat, is to point out any drops.
Okay, you're back.
Wait, back on what? Back on Discord?
Discord, yeah.
Yeah,
We
Discord.
didn't lose you on Twitch, just Discord.
Yeah, you lost Discord for about 5 seconds.
Looks like... It looks like... Looks like the backpack is hanging on. You guys help me out in chat if you see any drops. Let me know. I passed that gas station because it's right in the middle of the dead zone. So I didn't want to be dead for too long. So we'll go to another gas station. But the backpack is starting to struggle. One of the Starlinks... Both of the Starlinks are fading. T-Mobile is hanging on. AT&T and Verizon are gone. We're dropping modems like flies here, people. I bet Discord is probably...
Let's do Discord again.
There's Discord. All right.
I would put the on inside the worst cell service area that I could find. Really frustrate people that show up, be like, oh, this is where so-and-so super awesome Pokemon is. And disconnected.
I never did it. Ooh, I can't tell. We are very low on bitrate. I can't tell if we're going to lose or not. Well, it says we're still going at about 2,500 kbps. Chat, stream look okay?
That was a 1 second drop just now.
A 1 second drop. But you know what? That's still way better than it was the other night. And the Starlinks look like they're back to full strength. They must have just been renegotiating right there. Or, again, it's just such a bad area. That might be why cellular is so bad. It's just that it's so closed in by everything, so satellite can't get out either. But yeah, no, it's looking a lot better now. We are still down one modem, but the Starlinks are performing well. I have lost chat, it would seem, on my monitor. Let me see if I can get them back. Chat, you doing all right? The last thing I see is from Vic. Are you buying more power supplies at the gas station? Ice Wolf is counting to 4. Why are you counting to 4? Was that 4 drops, or are you just saying like 1, 2, 3, 4? Because I just now got all of those all at once. Hey, Tiny Mama. How are you? I'm sorry. Excuse me. Hang on.
Hi, Tiny Mama. What are you doing? How's your day? This is me. This is what I sound like.
Alright, hang on. I'm going to take this call. Hey, buddy. Hey, I'm streaming right now, so I've got you on speakerphone, so don't use any dirty language, okay?
Can you put an audio call real quick?
Yes, I can. Hang on just 1 second. How do I do that?
Just turn it from speaker to... turn off your camera and then put it on speak, and then take off speaker.
Well, I turned off my camera.
And then switch how you can hear into... And then hear this audio call me real quick.
Okay. That's poor little Oliver. He's been so sick today. Hey, guys, give me a second. I'm going to drop Discord for a second so I can call him back. Hello? Hey, buddy. Well, how much? What? What is it? No, I don't think so, buddy. Because you spend money on a game and then you never touch it again. So... What'd your mom say? Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you know how he is with games on his iPad. He downloads 10,000 and he never touches them. He just... Well, but he just bought he bought a battle pass for one of these games that he hasn't logged into for an entire month. And he just this past weekend when the boys were here, he spent like $12 on a battle pass. I don't even remember what game that was. Have you even opened that game since then? Alright, fine, whatever. You better play the crap out of it. Alright, love you, bye. I thought he was calling to tell me how he was feeling or whatnot. No, he was just calling to ask for $40 so he can buy a video game that he'll play one time. Did you guys hear all that, though? Looks like the connection has stayed good.
You hear us? We're back?
Yeah, I got Discord back. Yes, you did hear the low fuel ding. I'm at 25 miles to empty.
With you switching around vehicles as much as you do you get a chance to figure out how long you can stretch that? Get that 27 out of that?
No, I don't worry about it. I've got a company card I use, so I don't pay for gas. Waffly, I know, but he's my baby. He's my baby. He asks me and he gives me the eyes. And he says, "But Daddy, please. Daddy, please." And then I do it. J-Babe says he's going to milk that for years. Yeah, probably. He's my baby. He's my baby boy. Well, guys, we have gone through a section of road that we dropped like 5 times the other day. I am so happy. I feel like we're finally on the road to getting this thing figured out and patched up. Once I get the power supplies, then I'll be able to do the same thing, but out and about. Because like I said, in here, I'm not running, I'm actually plugged in, so it's basically like running AC power, which I wouldn't be able to rely on if I'm out in the field, but with the small rig power supplies, I should be fine. I don't remember, did anybody answer this question for me? Retrieving, I feel like you and I started to talk about it and I didn't. So, if the small rig only has 6,800 milliamp hours, but it's 14 volts, if I'm not using all 14 volts, like, it'll still last just as long, right? It's just, it has more power output if needed, but it'll still last as long because it's like a multiplication formula, right? To the end number. Well, so it'll still last.
What was the anchor at? What is the voltage of the anchor at?
3.7 by 26,800 milliamp hours. So it comes out to like 99, whatever they call it, MAH or 99 AH or 99 kbph, gotcha, or whatever the hell it is. And this one is 14 by 6,800. So the 14 gives me more throughput for power spikes, but under a consistent, constant load, it should still last just as long, right? Right? Tots! Did I lose him? No?
No, I was still doing the math. And yeah, I think you're going to be pretty close, if not maybe.
Well, one thing always stays consistent. It's that Putz has a crappy mic. All right, let's try that again. One thing should stay consistent, but what?
It's better. And I don't think you're going to come close to, hitting a overload.
Okay, so I didn't hear. Is the battery under a consistent, constant load, is the battery going to last me just as long as an anchor?
I think so.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Balabom also says those units will be cooler. They'll produce less heat. Well, that's always good. That's always a good thing. Okay. So, keep a close eye on chat. Let me see, because
I thought you meant like they were cool, because they like smoked.
let me see. I'm losing modems again. So, you guys in chat, stay diligent and let me know when you see a drop and for how long, if so. Because I'm dropping modems and the Starlink is not at full throttle. It's only at about 600 kbps, but the modems seem to be holding on. Well, just got a modem back. Starlink's now up to 700, 800. We might have survived that one too. Damn, dude. Daystress, this makes me happy, man. This makes me genuinely happy. I mean, you guys remember how many times we lost service the other night going through this stretch?
800,000 times.
800,000. We haven't lost it once yet.
Yeah, it's gotten a little sketchy at some points, but no hard drops, which is pretty awesome.
Well, I also did what Chef recommended, and I lowered the cutoff to 750 bits instead of 1,000 kbps on the bit rate. So if it did drop to 750, I would expect it to be a little grainy, because 60 FPS 1080p is going to look like shit at 750 kbps.
This has the makings of a pro streamer setup.
Yeah, it's holding. Everything's back to full strength, and we've got all 6 modems back. Damn. I feel good about it.
You still haven't stopped for gas.
No, not yet. I will. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure there's a Walmart right up here. I'll stop and get gas there.
Didn't you say something about you had just seen one and you were going to pull in, and now here we are, 30 minutes later?
No.
Yeah, no.
The one he saw was not actually a gas station.
No, there was a gas station. There was a gas station after that, but it was also right in the middle of like one of our dead zones, so I didn't want to hang out in there in case the backpack dropped. But we're in strong signal now, so I'm going to go up here to this one, and I'll stop here.
That would have been the best test. That would have been the better test.
Yeah, no, I mean, the fact that it hasn't dropped is test enough, okay? Like, that's great.
You know, when you say it like that, it sounds a lot like scoping testing, where we'll test it, but we won't test it under heavy loads. We'll just test it under light load.
Dude, it's already been tested under real application. We drove through. You just said it. We dropped signal 800,000 times the other day, and we're looking great right now. It's been fantastic. And Ice Wolf, I am literally pulling in right now to a gas station. Right now. Turning.
Is it self-serve or full?
Turning.
Do they even have full serve?
I haven't been to a full service in like ages. I'm pretty sure you still got to do it yourself.
New Jersey. That's about the only place I know that may still have it.
Wow, this gas station is packed, and here I'm going to get out with like a computer console strapped to my arm and satellite dishes mounted in the front of the truck. I'm going to look like a damn spaceship.
You look really important right now.
Yeah, I look like a damn spaceship. Oh, damn it, the gas door's on the other side of this truck. Crap. I got to circle around again.
Tell everyone on a random game show and that they have a chance to win $5,000 if they buy everything in the store and then just leave.
Yeah, right. be terrible. Oh my God, so many people are looking at my vehicle right now. This might be slightly embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna go pump gas. Let's put the truck in gear. So the Starlinks have already dropped out, but that makes sense because I'm underneath a gas overhang. Ice Wolf, thank you for your 300 kitty bitties. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'll be right back. Do you guys want the be right back screen, or you just want to look at an empty truck? Because I could flip it.
I'd rather the be right back screen.
Okay.
I'm down for the empty truck. Then we can, who knows, if something goes wrong and DJz gets, we'll
Lightning Hawk wants to leave the truck on too. All right, let me go. I'm going to go get gas. I'll be right back. Are we still alive? Looks good. I'm gonna get rid of some trash while I'm here. From the gas station, Juby? What the hell's wrong with you? It's a terrible idea. I'll ask and see if they have some. Wait, you can see my butt? Don't look at my butt, Juby.
funny stuff.
You could. Juby said he could see.
Try to talk.
Wait. How did Juby see my butt?
The door is within view of the camera lining, so you know.
Well, that's great. Fantastic. Okay. Gas complete. Are we going to keep driving, or can I go home now? I'm really tired. Tonight was my night off, so I'm gonna go to bed early, and I have to do Alliance tournaments. And I have to remember to get my ring light out.
We're back.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear. Well, they could hear me on chat or on Twitch. I said, I think we've successfully tested enough. I think I'm going to head back to the house. I mean, I'll still stay with you, but I don't need to drive all the way to Bristol. We've already proven that it's going to work. At least much better than it did.
Said that you had a 1 second outage the first time you opened the door?
Well, that might have been because I was underneath that gas overhang, so the Starlinks would have blipped out because they lost Skyline. Maybe. I don't know. The other modems look like they were okay, but yeah, the Starlinks are down. They're still down. They're recovering though. 400. 450. 500. They're coming back. So a lot of metal at the gas station too. Could have interfered with the modems. Yeah, true. But yeah, I think we've already run through enough of a dead zone to prove that it's at least going to be way, way better than it was.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm gonna
leaps and bounds better than the other one.
But I am gonna go back to the house now because I scheduled tonight to be off so I could go to bed early. I'm exhausted, but I still have to do a couple things, right? So I'm going to go on. I'm going to add a 5-second delay to the BRB screen for the audio only. And I'm going to get out a ring light. No, I didn't buy all 30 gallons then. I just bought I bought $20 worth. So what is that, like 6 or 7 gallons? Yeah, that's about $20 worth. It's actually cheaper. It's cheaper for the dealership for me to get gas at the dealership because we have a wholesale tank that we buy, it's one of those big, it's essentially a gas station tank that we've got at the dealership, and we buy gas there, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than me buying it at retail. So I've got a company card that I would use if I was out, but I usually only buy enough to get me where I need to, to the point where I can get back at the dealership. And that's why I was fussy earlier that I forgot to fill up at the dealership, because it's cheaper for us there. And I do try to make cost-conscious decisions for the company. So if I can save $5 on a tank of gas by getting it at the dealership as compared to paying retail, then I'll do that. So yeah, I just got $20 worth.
Wise decision.
Darkfire says $20 would only get you about 4.5 gallons in Washington. Yeah, taxes are high. Fortunately, that's one thing that Virginia hasn't taxed to high heaven. I say that, knock on wood, they're going to start doing it. But our fuel prices generally are cheaper than they are in the rest of the country. Even when I cross over to West Virginia, gas prices are like 40 to 50 cents higher. So if I do have to buy, I try to buy in Virginia. But if I'm just trying to fill up, I'll try to do that at the wholesale tank.
That is crazy. When I was driving to New Orleans over the weekend, we passed by a gas station that the price for the regular unleaded was $7.50.
Dude, when I went to Los Angeles, I was shocked at prices out there. Like last summer when I went out there, fuel out there was like $7 and $8. It was insane. Absolutely nuts.
I was so thankful I wasn't actually driving when I saw it. I was like, bro, there's no way. That doesn't make sense. Like, how is it that damn expensive in one area and then everywhere else is like normal price?
Dude, because it's taxes. It's taxes. The price of fuel is generally flat across the country. It's how your state and local and, whatever, it's how you guys tax it. That's why Virginia is like 50 some cents cheaper than West Virginia, is because of the taxes. It's all taxes.
That's crazy shit.
Oh, it's crazy, dude. Thad says $2.35 a gallon here. I think I didn't even look. I think I just spent like $2.50 or $2.60 per gallon, so not crazy. But in West Virginia, it's over $3 a gallon right now, because West Virginia has high fuel tax. Man, I'm happy that this is working.
Canadian in liters?
Yeah, I don't know what Canadian dollars per liter would be, Karkin. God, that's probably like $15. $15. No, it wouldn't be that much. It'd be... So what, you guys are basically double on gas, but a liter is like... There's like 3.5 liters in a gallon. So I'd say you're probably looking at like $2 a liter, $1.50 a liter, somewhere in there. Does that sound ballpark?
But it's Canadian money, so it's just the same as Monopoly money, right? Not real?
Well, I did double it. So, ballpark, let's assume, because Canadian's not quite double, but it's like 1.7 or 1.8, so let's just pretend it's double. That'd be $5 a gallon, but there's like 3.5 liters in a gallon, so you're looking at like basically $1.50 per liter, ballpark. Somebody tell me what the cost of gas is in Canada. I'd be curious how close I am.
They give me answers. Chat coming through.
Chat is not coming through with the answers just yet. Tony,
We don't use gas up here. We just have snow dogs. Like,
yeah, you just have sleds.
So, according to Gemini, gas prices in Canada vary anywhere from $1.22 a liter to $1.50 liters.
Dude, Guru says $1.53 a liter. Dude, I did that in my head. Man, see, I'm smart sometimes when I want to be. I'm smart sometimes.
Just right. Why don't you just pull up Dolores and see what she says? Or can you not do that?
I don't think I can do that while I'm on Discord call with you.
Look, yeah, your mental make was pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. I'll take it. You all should be impressed with me right now. That was my big old noggin. Rocking it.
I can't give you too much credit now. You got to keep you humble.
You know what? I think that's worth about $240. I think you all should be $240 worth of impressed. Look at the kind of mental acuity that we get when we're driving.
That's better than when you're in front of a computer.
Omega says I'm always impressed. Oh, well, that's nice. Also, it's probably undeserved. When is the next Studio B? Should be Saturday night. So long as I have power and heat. If I'm on generator, I'm not going to be able to do it. But I'll still stream Saturday night. We'll do something different. If I can't, because I'll have power in the house. But Studio B is on a different meter, and I don't have a generator out there. And we're supposed to get, I think it was calling for 11 to 14 inches Saturday. Something like that. So we'll see how much we actually do end up getting. But I'm just saying, if I don't have power, I can't do a Studio B. So we'll see how it goes. We will try our best. My intention is to do a Studio B Saturday. Fun Daddy, thank you for continuing your gift sub. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Holmes. That converts over to a beautiful Tier 1 out-of-pocket recurring paid sub and counts as a Partner Plus point and gives you 2 tickets into the backpack naming competition. Fun Daddy, if you won, what would you name the backpack? Get a long extension cord to Studio B? No, because then there would still not be any heat. I actually could do that. I have done it before. I've run to the gaming studio before I had Studio B. I ran extension cords out to the gaming studio, but that means I still would not have heat or lights. I wouldn't have lights either. I could run literally just the PC. But again, I can still stream. Like, I can I can stream from the backpack in the house. And technically, I could stream off my laptop. Like, if we wanted to play Fortnite or something, I could still technically do that. That could happen. Jay says, wait a minute, I have a name for the backpack. No, I'm saying if you did win. If you did win, like, so every paid sub, every recurring sub, all the gift subs, those are good. Like, I'm putting tickets. They're like, you know, raffle tickets or whatever. And at the end of March, we're going to draw out a name for everybody. So everybody who gifts a sub gets 2 tickets. If you recur sub to the channel, you get 2 tickets. If you prime sub to the channel, you get 2 tickets. All the stuff. So, like, you know, basically any type of support to the channel, you get tickets into the contest, into the sweepstakes. And if we draw your name, then you get naming rights to the backpack. Plus, we're giving away $1,000 at that time too. So, like, we're gonna have 11 winners. One person will get to name the backpack, and then 10 other people win $100. Oh, Daystro says we lost you on Discord. It shows me still connected. Yeah, it shows me. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'll fix it. Alright, what about... There you are.
Yeah. Oh, it's muted.
No, I'm not muted. Am I muted?
Does that mean we can be heard?
Oh, I am muted. Sorry about that. I was muted.
Yeah, there we go. You're back, we're back.
Yes, that's right, Clark. And for those of you who are listening here now, we do still have the Spam It contest. Is still going through Friday night. So if you want to go in and win a Fortnite Battle Pass or a Fleet Command Battle Pass, the Spam It bot is still running until Friday night. Omega J says, is the contest rigged? No, Jules Verne actually runs the contest for us, so you know he's very good at what he does.
Rigged, is what you're saying.
No, he knows what he's doing. He's good with all the formulas and stuff. He built a spreadsheet that's like basically a sweepstakes winner thing draw. Like, I click a button and it randomizes everything and draws a name. It's so freaking cool. I've used it for the last couple of years.
The net Jules Verne has come up.
Will there be 2 grand prize winners, Moopsy, and then the real winner? No, we got that bug figured out. We fixed that bug. That was a terrible bug. All right, we're headed back into deep in the woods territory. So let's see how this thing holds up. I have a feeling I bet we're going to drop. And I'll tell you why. Because the cell modems are not going to work, and it's a very, very wooded road, so the Starlinks may not hang on for me to get up to my house. So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to give it a shot. But I'm actually going to drive... I'm actually going to drive up my driveway, which obviously is... Well, Putz will tell you. It's in the middle of damn nowhere.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're in the middle of nowhere?
Yes. That's why I love it here.
Right? He says living only 45 minutes from an airport.
Well, it's not 45 minutes. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, but still. It is relatively convenient. Okay. We are traveling up the mountain. You guys in chat tell me if we lose or any of that stuff. I'll try to keep an eye on the modem, but I also have to steer because curvy road.
Oh my god. Cuts.
On free road. What's his name? It's 60 bucks.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I saw you and Kark and I thought Putz. Destros, you're going to the meetup in February next month, right?
That's the plan.
Did you buy the shirt that I put in the circle?
Mine showed up today.
Me.
Oh my god.
I gotta
So
go
did
do that.
ours. Yeah, you do.
Mine showed up today.
It's great.
I haven't even gotten it out of the mailbox. It's still in the mailbox, but it did show up today. I got the tracking on it.
So there is. I am actually really impressed. And no, chat, we're not going to tell you what it is because you need to see it. But they pattern match the left side and the right side. Like, this is actually really impressive. So, like, they pattern matched the button on a shirt. Like, it's really impressive, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. So, it.
No, this one is.
Nuts.
Soon, because it's only going to. Oh, I dropped, it looks like. Oh, yeah. We've
We
lost.
still hear you here.
Not to us, you're fine.
That's crazy
Yes.
because I've lost
But yeah,
all 4 modems.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've lost. Oh, looks like we're back. The Starlink dropped and we lost all modems. I'm working off 2 of 6.
It has been ordered.
Yes, good choice.
So, how long? 20-second drop? You know, again, all things considered, that is still impressive given where I am right now. There's cows, there's rocks, there's cows, there's hay. That's where I am.
I could wear this as a dress.
Yeah.
I bought a shirt and it's long enough I could wear it as a dress. And you know how tall I am, so
Yeah.
that's actually a really long shirt. That's crazy. Oh my god, it's adorable. Anyway.
But anyway, what I was saying, Jay, is if you are going to the meetup or going on the cruise, there is Talking Trek merch available in our merch store that you're definitely going to want to pick up. You're going to want to place that order like in the next day or two to make sure it arrives on time, because we got less than 30 days till we embark. So, and there's not been that many orders for the t-shirt. So, please.
Question.
Yeah.
Have you ordered yours? Have you ordered yours?
Oh, yeah. I ordered for me and Griffin.
Okay. Oh, there he goes.
Am I gone again? No, I should still be
You
here.
actually dropped on Discord a second.
Well,
Unless you didn't have anything after, or you said you ordered yours.
I ordered for Griffin and myself. But yeah, no, see, so this will be probably an unsolvable tech issue, is that Discord is just running through my cell phone. So it's using one set of data, so it's not going to be as bonded as the backpack
Gotcha.
is. So if Verizon were to go low, then I'm going to lose Discord, even though the backpack might stay up. Because that is one thing. The backpack does not have its own hotspot. So it does not share its network with anything else. It's a completely enclosed unit. So my chat monitor that I'm looking at chat with, and my Discord, anything else that I'm using on any of the other phones, are still going to be subject to normal cellular needs. So, but I don't think that that's really, I don't think that's avoidable. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Because the backpack won't share its data with anything else. So even though I've got all these data plans feeding into this encoder, I can't pull data out of the encoder. Yeah, all of it is dedicated to the encoder. So, one small drawback of this encoder as compared to another model, but that other model was like 10 grand more expensive, and I didn't feel like spending 30 grand on it. No, it's not a delinquency, Guru. It's a feature, and they do offer the feature, but it is like 10 grand more. No lie. The backpack, like the encoder unit itself on the next model up was like 10 grand more, but it did have a hotspot. It also has 4 camera inputs, whereas my encoder only has 1, but we've already figured out with the J5 how to get 2. So, and technically with 2 J5s I could get 4, but it would only be like Group A and Group B. I could never do, you know, like, okay, if I've got camera 1 and camera 2 on one J5, and then camera 3 and camera 4, I could only ever have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Or if I wanted to do a split screen, I could do 1 and 2. Oh, no, I guess I could. I could do 1 and 2. I could do 1 and 3, 1 and 4. 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. And then 3 and 4 and... Oh, I could. If I had 2 J5s, I could run 4 cameras. So, again, it wasn't worth spending that much extra on a big unit, because the J5, I could just buy another J5 for $200 and be able to get 4 camera inputs. And technically, no, that's not quite right. I don't know. Anyway, I'd have to map it out in my head. But suffice to say, it just wasn't worth making the switch. Or wasn't worth that upgrade. Because I can do 95% of what I need to do with this unit. So. J-Babe says rough road. Yeah, dude, that's my driveway. I just pulled in my driveway. That's my driveway. That's not even like a road. That was all my driveway. This rider says always spend more for the big unit. Here was the thing, dude. I already knew I was going to be 15 in on this, and now I'm actually closer to like 17 or 18, and I would have been 30 on the unit.
Yeah.
And then I still would have probably spent a couple grand more for other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just couldn't spend that much. Spread some gravel. I mean, I do have gravel out there. I have spread gravel. I have spread gravel. Problem is, every single time it rains, I probably lose $100 worth of gravel. No lie. Putz has seen my driveway. Every time it rains, I lose so much gravel. Because
so in the time from when I hung up the first time to now, we got 2 inches of snow.
Nice. That's fantastic.
That is so fast. That was like 20 minutes.
Oh, my home, sweet home.
Like, something median to block the gravel loss, like something on the outer edges, just to keep it all.
It wouldn't matter because basically my driveway is the runoff for the mountain. So when it rains, even if it's a lighter rain, all of the mountain runoff runs down my driveway, and it basically becomes a river. So
shouldn't you put that into like control that into some kind of side flow, like a creek or something?
Well, I mean, I try, but it's a big ass mountain, dude. Water's going to run where water's going to run. I do have ditches on both sides of my house, basically little creeks, but that doesn't prevent all the water still from coming down. My driveway still catches a lot of water.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's unavoidable for all of it. Well, guys, I'm home. And everything worked great. And I'm super pleased with tonight's test. I believe we are done testing. I don't think we need to test anymore. We've got everything.
That is famous last words, but you know.
Well, I know, but I mean, I did it tonight. We're running both Starlinks.
Are you going to remember how you did it?
Yeah.
Yes, he said a thing. He said he's.
Yeah, I documented everything. I kept a notebook.
Nice.
Yeah, because I knew
Yeah, I missed that part.
I knew I wouldn't remember tar
Yeah.
pits. Just it. So I wrote everything down.
Good.
Labeled
I am
stuff.
proud. Good sciencing. Good sciencing.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's just screwing around if you don't write shit down.
Yeah. But
It's
yeah,
not science until you write it down.
everything's good. And honestly, I mean, it should take me less than 10 minutes to pack it all up, I believe. So.
Also good.
All right. Well.
And you're done for the night, right?
Yes,
So,
I'm
'cause
not.
You were not planning on.
No.
Yeah.
No, this was a bonus stream, so I'll have to go drop the counter in the studio tomorrow. Especially since, how long were we on? 2 hours. Hell, that was a full stream. So this was a bonus stream, but I am off tonight, and tomorrow night is Starfleet Academy. Man, the internet is destroying Starfleet Academy. Have you guys seen this stuff? Oh,
Is
my
it the
God.
internet or is it actual people?
Dude, I mean, I haven't seen a good review on it yet. All the YouTube videos are talking about how it's all trash and all that stuff. Like,
You should write a good one.
well, I mean, we did a good YouTube video on it. I mean, so far I'm the only damn one. Everybody
So,
seems to really hate it.
I'm always really hesitant to go with reviews about things like Star Trek because it's the same thing that they say for a lot of the Reg stuff. Where it's like, oh, that's not what Hollywood wanted. And
I don't think that's
it's
me.
really hard to tell.
Is that?
No, that was Strider. That was Strider putting something in the trash can. Sorry.
No, okay.
But, there has to be some branching out of any IP, and it's never going to make everybody happy. So.
Well, I mean, I haven't thought it's
know.
bad. Now, if you look at the politics of it, I understand. That's what's happening. It's a politics war. Everybody says that it's got a political agenda. And I mean...
It's Star Trek.
I know.
It always has.
It always has.
They've ignored it.
I get that. I mean, here's the thing. I enjoyed watching it. The internet's not going to tell me not to enjoy watching it, but I really wish people wouldn't hate on it like they are, because all it's going to do is damage the IP, you know? But...
And the more people are angry with any attempt that the studio makes to bring out new Trek, it's going to be harder to get another project okayed.
Yeah.
And, you might not like everything about what they're doing, but it might not be for every audience. This could literally be for the people who are in their 20s right now, who were the same age as when TOS came out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Riskbreaker says the newer generation doesn't really like it, and see, that's surprising because it's definitely geared towards the newer generation. It even has a lot of the political ideals of the newer generation. So I don't understand, and I understand why some people hate it. Like one of the videos I watched today, and it's, this was shocking to me, but he was actually complaining about the number of female characters. He was complaining about the number of lady bosses.
What?
I'm dead serious. He was complaining. He said there was too many lady bosses who were high and mighty lady bosses. And I was just like, damn, that's not even something I thought about when I watched it. If the actress...
I have a whole litany of science, actual peer-reviewed science that I could talk about that.
I mean, here's the thing.
Literally that sentiment.
I don't care about a female role if the role fits and it works and it makes sense and they fulfill the role. Holly Hunt.
What the gender is of the person.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, that was. I mean, I watched a few YouTube videos today before I just got frustrated and turned it off. But politics, woke idealism, and women. Those were the complaints from like Trekkies.
Okay.
And I was just blown away by it. Yeah, Wristbreaker. People complaining that people still wear glasses. And there was someone in a wheelchair. They were complaining about that. They were like 1,000 years in the future and we haven't cured these things. I mean, that was
that's what they're mad about?
That was one of the things, is it's 1,000 years in the future and you still have to put someone in a wheelchair in there for your DEI or whatever. And I was just like, I didn't even notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the story. It's a story. I don't care if somebody wears glasses. That doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me if somebody's... It's just wild. Yeah, William Shatner complained about the glasses. He also complained about the person in the wheelchair. And I was a little shocked by that, you know? He was...
So he has an issue with U.S. Pike, then?
He was critical. Well, Pike isn't in a wheelchair. At least his wheelchair was futuristic. But, good comparison, Karkin. Pike's wheelchair, at least, is like a sci-fi advanced wheelchair. The one that we saw in Academy was just a good old-fashioned wheelchair. It was different. But...
You get a voice box in that thing?
But, you know, Shatner also voiced a complaint about overweight people. He said they haven't cured that in the future. Like... because there were like, overweight people. And I was just thinking, God, man, like, that's crazy.
Maybe it's not entirely about what is or is not there in 1,000 years, and it's for people who are overweight and might want to be an actor now. Like, seeing themselves represented on any variety of screen is really important. And that's what it is.
Yeah. It really, it blows my mind because, you know, I
feel really poorly for the people who have such insecurities that they have to look at a Star Trek show and that's what they see.
Yeah.
Define overweight for a Klingerite, please. 400 pounds, 500 pounds. They have a bigger bone structure, multiple organs.
Wow.
That's up.
It's just wild. You know, I don't understand all the hate. Every video I watched today was like, oh, this is terrible. This is the worst Trek yet. And all this stuff. And I'm like, God bless. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, are there a few problems? Was there a couple of writing issues here and there? Sure, there is. But I still enjoyed watching it. But, you know, I enjoyed watching Section 31, and I was obviously very in the minority on that. But I enjoyed watching that. Was it the best Trek ever? Probably not, but I enjoyed it, you know, so...
Would you be watching it again?
Would I watch it again? Hell yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. If I walked in, if I just crashed on my couch tonight and I just flipped on my YouTube TV and it was on, yeah, I'd watch it. Totally would.
I also feel like this is the same people who, and I've definitely done this in the past, are like, oh, they didn't put this exact scene from the book in the movie, and that makes the movie complete trash. Dragon Keeper style. And...
That's trash.
I've had to... That's trash. I've had to intentionally separate the media that is the book and the media that was made into a movie by that director with that writer with that cast.
So...
Because I can't do everything. Yeah,
I kind of agree. Where was Tom Bombadil?
Juby, let me ask you a question. Juby says, my complaint is abuse of the lore. It's 900 years in the future. What's the lore? There is no lore. Okay, this isn't history. It isn't the past. It's the future. What lore is being rewritten 1,000 years in the future? I mean, dude, 1,000 years? That's a long time in evolutionary terms. Okay, things change. So... what was changed? What lore did they rewrite?
And they're not wedging in another Pike with a whole different backstory and a series of people who weren't on the Enterprise because, oh, this is a time period that we didn't have. That immediately butts up to the original series. Like, if that is the argument you're making for why something 1,000 years in the future isn't lore accurate, you should be way more mad at SNW and way more mad at the Kelvin timeline in general.
Yeah.
Because that just completely threw out the entire timeline.
Erica Ortegas, fantastic character. She was never a part of the Enterprise crew. Like, that's a completely new made-up character. She never existed. Here's one. I saw this. Webster Sponge writes... Oh, shoot. Webster Sponge wrote, the only thing I agreed with is not liking the first officer. Oh my God, she's amazing! What don't you like about her? She's hilarious! I mean, she's a drill sergeant first officer. I feel like she's funny AF. What do you not like about her? Not dismissing your opinion. I'm just saying, what is it that you don't like about her? Because she's one of my favorites, actually.
I am, as a woman who is highly educated, who is a professor in a field that has very few women in it, I am really interested to see all of the people's opinions on this. Just saying. Because my lived experience is in a male-dominated field where I have had to elbow my way into conversations.
Yeah.
And rooms and everything my entire life. So to see people say, oh, there's too many women is a thing.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying, obviously, I'm not giving credence to that opinion. I'm just saying, like, I heard that today on more than one video, and I was appalled that that's actually a position. I'm appalled that that is something that somebody wants to make a video about. I'm appalled that that is something that a Star Trek fan is going to complain about and feel like it's justified that there's too many women. I mean, what happened to infinite diversity and infinite combinations? Like, it's almost like it's the opposite. Like, the people who are, you know, quote unquote, the biggest fans of Trek only want white male captains. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't feel like infinite diversity and infinite combinations. Like, I'm shocked that someone who is and I'm not judging, I just don't understand it. So let me be clear. I'm not judging and I'm not ridiculing. I just don't understand how someone who is a true Trek fan can complain about too many women characters and too many female bosses. I was shocked by that. It didn't compute for me.
Like, there is actual science where if you ask men in physics and chemistry, and so many of my fields and Putz's field, that if there is a equivalent number of men and women in a room, that the men in the room will feel like it's 80-20 or 70-30.
Feel like I'm losing you a little bit there, Tarpy, but my connection is good and I'm parked, so I don't know if it's me or you. Might be me since I don't have anybody else on Discord. Well, I don't know, but yeah, I've relatively enjoyed it.
Saying there's too many women. Yeah.
Retrieving says, I do agree about bringing back the Sharonites. Kills the whole weight of the moral of the story. Let this be your last battlefield. Who was the Sharonite? Who was the Sharonite? I might have missed that story. Which one was Sharon retrieving? No, I'm not silencing Tarpy. I don't think it's my connection. I'm actually on my house's Wi-Fi right now, so I don't think it's me.
Can you hear me now?
I'm going to try to switch connections.
I hear you.
Maybe.
Can he hear any of it?
Yeah, I hear everybody now. But yeah.
Okay.
Hey, by the way,
I turned my phone sideways.
By the way, CDB, I just now saw. Thank you for the raid in. I appreciate it. We were actually just getting ready to go, but thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. What's up, Raiders? How are you? Welcome. I'm actually just chatting. We're just chatting. Like our category is tonight. I'm actually done driving. I'm sitting in my driveway at home because I can't super easily de-rig. Actually, you know, I should practice that. That could be a test. Is practice de-rigging.
I'd start the clock.
Because you remember how I told you that technically this backpack could hand off to the studio, which means I would need to get it out of here. Let's try that. Let's practice de-rigging. All right. So this would all go right here. Because technically, in theory, I should be able to just walk straight into the studio with this camera and hand off. Which actually I totally could do. You wanted to continue this conversation from my living room couch? I still don't know why I can't hear Discord. I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi for a second. Maybe that's foobarring it a little bit. And then I'll hop back into Discord. And hopefully I have everybody. Hello, Tarpy?
Me now?
Yes, I do have you now. Maybe that was me. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah, it's okay. No, we're figuring it out. It's fine. I thought my phone went sideways, and then you responded to something one of us said, and then nothing.
I think what it was is actually, and Discord does this time to time, I think what it was when I switched over to my house Wi-Fi, you know, Discord won't always renegotiate.
Yeah.
I had to leave the room and come back in on a different signal, so. But,
That's fair.
actually, I was just looking, to be honest with you, de-rigging is super easy. To put everything away, that's the different. Like the Starlinks, I would have to take inside, but I could take, right now, I could literally unplug one cable and take this camera inside so we could continue this conversation from my couch. I'm not going to, just saying, de-rigging isn't actually going to be as bad as I thought, because I'm already, it looks like, completely de-rigged. I've got one cable, just one. Look here. I got one cable connected to one of the Starlinks, and that's it. I could totally just pop inside right now. So I'll stay here and chat for a few more minutes. I'm having fun, but then I want to go inside and relax for the night. But anywho, JG.
It's okay.
JG.
I was going to say, you missed me complaining about men, so it's probably fine. That's when my audio cut out.
So, yeah, this was the question. I'm sorry. Then I got distracted by the audio problem. Somebody said they shouldn't have brought the Charons back. Who was the Charon?
I have no idea. I haven't watched them.
The black and white face alien. So where did they go extinct or something? Did they have a catastrophic thing? But again, got to remember, like,
maybe they worked things out because of Kirk's intervention.
Well, we're 1,000 years in the future. They could have worked something out, and also, I mean, obviously,
saw one of those, that race in Section 31, Gigi, in the movie.
Well, don't forget too. I mean, hell, Jurassic Park exists. You could have had some kind of DNA revival of the species or something. I mean, there's a dozen different ways you could have done it. And I still don't think that rewrites lore. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the backstory. We saw the character. We don't know what the backstory of that character is. Maybe she's an augment. You know, maybe she's a clone. Maybe she, came out of a piece of dinosaur poop that was embedded in a mosquito's ass in some amber. Who knows? We don't know what the storyline is there. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's rewriting lore. If we heard her story and it contradicted lore, then maybe that'd be a little different. But we don't know what that story is. There's a gazillion explanations 1,000 years in the future how that person exists.
And I think I wouldn't be stepping too close to actual politics to say that there's a lot going on right now. Because there's a lot going on right now, and I feel like Star Trek has always been very good at pointing out some of the problems with what is going on when those shows all came out. So there was a black woman on the bridge in the original series.
Yeah.
That was when women in general were not in places of leadership, and especially people who weren't just pasty white people.
Sure. Hey,
and
Nichelle Nichols has talked about how she almost quit the show because of how much hate and how much vitriol and stuff. And we didn't even have the internet back then. This is just like live in-person beratement, you know? And she almost quit the show.
Right.
Martin Luther King convinced her to stay on the show. She's told this story countless times. I mean, even then, people were hating on the fact that it was different. So, you know, that's...
Right.
I understand that there is a lot of progressive elements in this show. I get it. But...
There always has been.
There always has been, and they exist everywhere. To deny their existence is to deny the social aspects of our time. You know? I don't know.
And it's the same feeling... There's a really interesting movie with Russell Crowe coming out very soon that I'm very interested in watching, but the timing for that coming out just so happens to coincide with everything that's going on in the world right now. So it's just very interesting to see people be angry at people in the chat were saying this race committed genocide on each other to a point where there were only 2 males left of that population.
That we knew of.
And... and there were, it's at least with human biology, if there are 2 females left, that is a situation you can come back from, technically, ignoring genetic diversity, but 2 males, this is just really reminiscent of the white rhino that went extinct in the last several years because there was only 1 male left of the population.
But I mean, how many?
Not even talking human politics.
How many movies? How many TV shows have we seen? I mean, hell, even within Star Trek, we have found humans in places we didn't expect to find them. What was that one episode of Voyager, The Sevens, where we found a whole human colony with Amelia Earhart? Right? And how many times have humans been picked up by aliens and taken somewhere else for a colony, transplanting, breeding? I mean, we've seen that. Hell, we've seen, I remember in Battlestar Galactica, like in one of the later seasons, we found a whole damn planet of humans that just were existing completely.
Human.
Huh?
Dinosaurs made a comeback.
Dinosaur, yeah, Jurassic Park, it shows how it can come back through science.
Historians. Dinosaur race.
Oh, yeah, the dinosaur race. I mean, hell, just, you know, with the whole seeding of the universe, with the progenitors, there could be humans on a dozen different worlds. So, you know, who's to say the same thing couldn't have happened here? The race that we ran into in TOS was, you know, what was left of their society that they know of. But hell, there could be a whole nother planet of them in the Delta Quadrant, you know? And the progenitors could have done that. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is there are infinite possibilities with storylines here. And when you buy yourself 1,000 years, you do kind of buy yourself a blank slate. You know, somebody said we can change the look of the Klingons. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't agree with Discovery Klingons. I think that was way too far off the beaten path. I agree. Discovery Klingons, I didn't like that. There was no explanation for that. But this Klingon here, Jaden, 1,000 years in the future, he doesn't look so much different that couldn't be explained by evolution or a mixed bloodline at some point down the road. I mean, he looks Klingon enough, and about him not wanting to be a warrior. Hell, the Klingon species could have evolved a great deal. They could be more enlightened. I mean, they survived for 1,000 years. They didn't do that by constantly killing each other. They had to have at some point preserved some medicine, some culture, some society, at some point.
Government actions seemed to separate from that. She was like, "Why don't you want to?" She was still very traditional Klingon.
Well, but I mean, obviously, they're still going to appreciate and cherish their culture about being warriors and all that. But my point is, there can't just be warriors, right? There has to be scientists. There has to be medicines or doctors.
NFL 1 had that really great, Enterprise. The one guy who was working on the Augment thing. It's a Klingon medical practitioner, researcher, science. They got to have people to do the engineering and the sciences, and we just don't get to see them because they're not on the line.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. It's all, hey, Shelby, what's going on? Why are we discussing this? We actually started talking about, all the hate that Starfleet Academy is getting online and what people are complaining about and what some of the explanations could be. Obviously, we don't know what they are. They could be plot armor. They could be holes in the story, but we're also kind of theorizing and filling in the gaps of what could have happened within 1,000 years, or 800 years, whatever it is. So, so much judgment and so much hate is being directed at the show for stuff that looks different and is unfamiliar. And I'm like, hell, it's 800 years in the future. Things can look a little different, I saw some people complaining. Oh, God, Tarpy, you're going to love this. There was one YouTuber who complained about the shape of the Athena, saying that it looked too much like a vagina.
I just need to remind you, I have seen none of this. I actually have seen the first 3 minutes of the first episode, so I literally don't know what you're talking about, other than the fact that people are complaining about women and diverse people in a Star Trek show.
Yeah.
That is literally all I hear about this.
I know.
And so it just really... chat heard me, apparently, but you didn't. I'm a minority in my job. I might be a white lady, but I'm a minority in my job. And so it is just a really extra special feeling of a whole thing when people say that women and minorities shouldn't exist in a equal proportion in a fictional space universe 1,000 years from now.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
Shelby, I agree. Why can't we
fun.
just enjoy it? It's Trek. It's the universe in which we love. I mean, and that's what I don't understand. That's actually the exact point that we were all taking here. I just don't understand the toxicity on the internet. I mean, I was watching some YouTube videos today, and it was just nothing but straight up bashing this show, and I'm just surprised by it. I'm surprised by some of the complaints that I read and that I heard, and I just don't fully understand it. I mean, I get that it's different, but it has to be different. We don't want 30 seasons of the exact same show. We'd get bored of it. The writing would slip. It has to be different. There's got to be different stories and different characters, and hell, not even that, but like actors, you got to have some new characters, because actors aren't going to do it forever. The fact that we got Picard season 3 was kind of a blessing, but they wouldn't do 10 more years of another show, so there has to be new stuff. And I just, again, it's blowing my mind how people are just hating on it. It just blows my mind. It's sad to see, because again, I've enjoyed it. I think that there's an issue or two here and there, but overall, I enjoy it. I'm entertained by it. And it's Trek. It's the universe that I love. And I'm happy with it. Dude, Bob Picardo, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, right? There are people absolutely slamming him on the internet, and that breaks my heart, because he is truly one of the nicest people I've ever met in the Trek universe. Tim Russ, I saw a huge rant against Tim Russ today. I don't accept that. I don't appreciate that. Tim Russ has been nothing but kind to me, and it just...
That rant, sorry to interrupt you, is probably because of what he posts on Facebook and not about what he actually does on Trek.
I'm sure.
Just saying.
I'm sure, but
people can't disconnect that.
No, they can't. They're going to attack no matter what, and I just don't like it. So, but is what it is. It's frustrating to see, but I guess. Hey, they're already making season 2, so we get at least 18 more episodes.
That's good.
You're making me want to go watch it now, because we usually watch entire series or seasons when we can just binge watch it in a weekend. But now I actually want to be able to participate in this conversation.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit through episode 1 and 2 tomorrow.
I need to watch 2. I never got a chance to.
We should watch it in Discord. Just do that. I don't know.
Know where I can find to watch it otherwise.
I'm down to coordinate that, Happy.
You can still hear us, right, DJs?
Yeah, I'm responding to your Discord.
Okay. Yeah, I know. So, I feel like for a lot of this, people can't, like I said earlier, they can't separate the original stuff from the new stuff, so they can't separate the book from the movie. And they also can't separate that this is just a different thing. So, Bob Picardo's there, and I think Tilly was supposed to show up or something like that. Again, I haven't seen the episodes that are out. But it is a different series about a different time, about different characters, and I feel like for a lot of art, because this is art, people have a hard time taking a step back and just looking at it like that and being like, do I appreciate the jokes? Do I find this funny? Do I hate J.J. Abrams' lens flares and literally how he uses the word Kelvin in every movie that he does?
Yeah.
That's why Ray mentioned Kelvin Ridge in that one Star Wars movie, because that's what J.J. Abrams does.
Yeah.
So, and that's how we got the entire Kelvin universe. Okay? So, can you just take a step back and look at it and say, is this pleasing to me, yes or no? You don't have to go any deeper than that. And I think people just automatically want to get offended by things. And they will find reasons, including glasses and a wheelchair, to be offended by it.
Well, I might be with that one. Couldn't they have made them fancy glasses? They're not just glasses that help you see,
Do they have
they're
to?
actually tools, hands-free tricorder device.
Does it have to be that complex? Can it just not be that the actor needs glasses and they couldn't wear contacts, and they didn't want to do what they did to Daniel Radcliffe and say, oh, you have to wear contacts, or, oh, this actor can't?
I think they should make the attempt. Shatner's not wrong. We have the medical to do that. Maybe if the person came from I don't know. There's always a story, variable thing you could say. Who has glasses? Why would they have glasses? Like I said, I missed episode 2, so I'm not sure. If it's the captain, maybe, she's 500, old school.
Well, fascinating conversation, guys. I'm going to go, because now it's been 2.5 hours on the night I was going to take off. But I appreciate you guys all coming in and hanging out. This was actually a lot of fun, and the tech worked great. I'm super pleased with everything. Battery packs are still going for the encoder and the camera. which is impressive. So everything is looking superb, and I'm happy with it. Oops. Sorry, hang on. All right. I was checking my stream monitor. It shows that I only have one viewer. That can't be right. That can't be right.
Twitch has been doing that to me, by the way, where
Hey!
like I know you're
Lost In, what are you doing, baby? Thanks for being here. Lost In just dropped 9 gift subs.
Aw.
Thank you,
he
dude.
wanted to round it out to 700 for them.
Well, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Are you streaming tonight? You're paying for a battery charge. Are you streaming tonight? You want us to raid over to you? Who is streaming? I haven't checked. Let me click on this little button here and see who's online. I'm still getting used to this mod view over here. Okay. Let's see.
Mod views suck.
Yeah, this is not good. Emmy Rue is on. Oh,
Can
that's
you see
it.
why I'm like, I tell you, it's like, I don't have a computer handy because mod view on my phone really stinks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So,
Lost In says not streaming tonight. Work kicking my ass, dude. I get it. I'm going to bed early tonight too. Work has been killing me, and plus I've been trying to keep all this in my mind and fresh and trying to get everything sorted. You know how I am, man. If something doesn't work quite right, then like I'm obsessed over it until I get it to work right. Fortunately, tonight was a very successful test, but I've been stressed the hell out because the cruise is in less than 4 weeks. So
you can sleep soundly tonight.
yeah.
yeah. Are you going to make more pasta?
Not tonight. No, I'm gonna go inside, eat a banana, and I'm going to bed. It's already 8 o'clock. It's later than I was planning on going to bed. Madrock says, hey, just thought of something. Skywalk doesn't allow loose items to be carried. Not sure if it is worth it. I mean, we can strap on a camera, right? We don't have to do it live. We could film it with a helmet cam or something like that. They may not let us take the backpack and do it live, but we could certainly strap cameras to our body, I would hope.
Oh, is this the CN Tower Skywalk?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
different tower?
I mean, listen, people have taken videos and pictures up there, so there's got to be a way. I mean, no.
They'll probably, like, allow you to use a GoPro that they can see as, like, anchored on a chest strap or something, but...
Madrock says it's not allowed. So we couldn't even film it? All taken by staff. Well, that's no fun.
Well, if you go and there's several people, you could probably get somebody who, like, goes either one before or one after you who doesn't want to be on camera to actually record you from inside, because there's a lot of windows. So, like, they could record you and you could maybe be wearing one of your, you said is it lavalier? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I could wire up
Mics.
with a lavalier.
So they might let you wire with a mic so long as it's like the wire is inside. Obviously clear that with them before you go outside, but like if they could see somebody inside filming not prepped to go outside.
Did that even make it on the wheel?
That.
Did that make it on the wheel?
Didn't it?
I don't remember.
I think at some point something like that, because it would probably be the same for the bungee jumping, and that is on the wheel.
Well, and you know, here's the thing. If we call ahead and tell them what we're doing and who we are, I mean, I'm sure we can make provisions. You know, yeah, you can't just show up and do that stuff, but if you call ahead and you're like, hey, I'm coming in and we're press and, you know, we're doing this for this thing and it's promotional, yeah, as long as you work that stuff out ahead of time, it's amazing what you can actually get worked out, so.
Wait, you can't just walk up to someone and say you need them to do things the way you want them to do it, and they're in a position of power? This literally came up twice at work today, so that's why I'm saying
Don't you know who I am? Okay. See, that's what I would say in one of my vertical dramas. Don't you know who my dad is? Jeez.
It would be
Uncle.
Daddy
Uncle.
at that point.
They're bullying me. I want you here in 3 minutes. We'll see who's laughing in 3 minutes. 15 minutes later.
I'm so...
All right. Well, I'm going to go inside. So I'm going to press the button, and I heard that last night it switched over to the closed screen after I got to 1, and I meant to count to 5. Mm-hmm. So I'm still working out this timing issue. Tonight I'm going to try it again, and you guys tell me in chat where, like, how long it actually goes.
And you're
because,
rating?
Yeah, I'll take care. Who are we rating? There's nobody on.
It's me. Chat, tell us.
I might raid. Let's see. Who is on?
Hey, Chef, are you planning on streaming? Because I know Chef was just here.
Yeah, I appreciate that suggestion, Polar Bear. I'm gonna take a pass.
I imagine I know who that suggestion was. Yep. Okay, and Iron Chef says not tonight. Yes, Lost in 100 subs is in fact a promise.
Lost in, don't. I'm literally getting ready to raid out. I'm literally getting ready to raid out.
Okay, so actually, I had a question for you on this, DJ. Are you going to cycle these? So is it 4 total and then rinse and repeat?
Yeah, so it will be cycled. These up here are just daily goals. Okay, so if we hit it, we hit it. If not, then... So think of them like daily mini events. All right, at the end of the stream, it's going to reset. And at the end of the stream, it's going to reset. And then the next time we stream, it'll be a different set of goals. My idea is to basically have a set of like daily mini events that, you know, are smaller and more obtainable and help us kind of chip away at the larger goal and still offer you guys some incentives as we go along. So, like, if we got 9 subs tonight from Lost In, then, you know, we didn't hit the 100, then next time a new set of goals will show up, and they're just individual stream goals. So, if, like, and some of them are smaller and some of them are a little bigger. Like, I added one to, like, I think it was day 3 or day 4 that, like, brings back Squirrel Voice, which we haven't had in a very long time. So, what is happening? You guys just started.
We love you, right?
You guys just started a hostage train.
You know we love you, right?
I love you guys, too. I love you guys, too. All right, well, I'm just going to cancel this raid button, then. Clark says, choo-choo. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Starting the hype train. So there it is. We've got, we're in a level 1 hype train. Appreciate you guys. Hey, just out of curiosity, I actually haven't figured this out. When the alerts come up here, do you guys actually hear the chime? I don't. But do you guys hear the alert? You guys do. Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, so I said yes.
Sleep stream incoming? No, not happening tonight. I'd have to clean my house up a little bit more, particularly my bedroom. What do you think my bedroom looks like?
Is that a rhetorical question? Please tell me that's rhetorical.
No, I'm just saying, like, would you expect it to be neat and tidy, or would you expect there to be, like, clothes everywhere? Because it's the latter.
You allow Hazel up in the room when you're not there?
No, not when I'm not here. No, not when I'm... No. Not when I'm not here, but Hazel does sleep in the room with me. So, Welsh says he imagines it's a pigsty. It is. It's a pigsty.
I was going to say, I'm going to abstain from that, just knowing what your backpack looks like.
The backpack looks great now. So when I came home from Hawaii, you got to remember, that was our first time using it. So I figured out that there was a couple of things, you know. I did exactly what Griffin said. I came home and I immediately pulled everything out of it and rewired the whole thing. It's actually...
Did you get rid of that iPhone cable?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fraying iPhone cable.
Yes,
Good.
I did. Got rid of that.
Good.
I replaced it, actually, at the recommendation of Dr. Iron Chef, I replaced everything in this pack with 250 watt USB-C cables.
Good.
So, Pirate Yar says, I assume DJ's room looks a bit like Echo's car.
Does it smell like that? I guess it's the next question.
No.
We don't want that
I mean,
answer.
I don't think my house smells bad. I've got people over. Like I said, all the kids were here this past weekend. The house is fine, and it's not dirty. Please don't think that. It's just a little disorganized,
Okay.
which is my life.
So I have a question. Whose cup is that behind your arm?
This one, it's mine.
Or whatever the metal one is
Yeah, it's
in
mine.
the back.
It's a WVU cup.
Okay.
It's mine.
Okay, because I think we all were worried or wondering if the kids just left all their trash in the car after the pogo stream.
They did, but I've thrown most of it away. But that's my cup, and I moved it to the back because I made room up front for my soda, and I've got a phone holder in the other cup holder. So Chatterfang says, I forget, are you married? Would make a huge difference in my guess. I am not. I am divorced. So, yeah, my room is not the tidiest of places. And I don't have to worry about people seeing it because no one's been in my bedroom for years. So, I don't worry. Like,
Austin, that sounds like a threat.
so, like, my house is clean. The living room's clean. Kitchen's clean. When people come over, it's fine. Like, I cleaned after the kitchen stream. I did 3 loads of dishes in the dishwasher. My kitchen is completely fine. It's clean, in fact. All right, which might surprise you, but it is clean. But now my bedroom is completely disorganized. I hate folding laundry. Personal admission. I hate folding laundry. I do have a clean pile. I have a clean pile and a dirty pile. And the clean pile is massive because I don't like to keep dirty clothes. So, but I also don't put them away. So my clean pile is stupid. It's 4 foot tall.
Thank you, Austin.
Lost In is going to extend.
Add extra piles to that pile. So instead of having one big pile, have your pile of separated piles. Like there's your sock pile.
I do have a sock pile. I've got a sock pile. I've got a t-shirt pile. I've got a work clothes pile. I've got an underwear pile. Yeah, I've got all the piles. I've got piles. Thank you for dropping 5 more gifted there, Lost In. Thank you. Freelancer, thank you for your bits as well. Appreciate that. Broken Wolf, Chef, Tarpy, Martok. Thank you guys all for your bits. I appreciate that. That is so kind. And we just reset the timer. We just reset the timer on.
You just wrote.
I may or may not split up 100 subs into 4-minute packets. No, you won't, because you have a long day tomorrow. You have a long day tomorrow, and you need to get some sleep.
I love you, Lost In.
I love you too,
You're
but
fantastic.
you have a long day. You need to get some sleep. I am going to have to take this rig inside, aren't I? All right, let's pack up. I don't want to sit out here forever. Besides, I only got enough gas to get back to work. Chatter says, if the clean pile is in the closet, does that count as away? Yes. Yeah. So all my clean clothes are... Most of my clean clothes are in the closet. So here's what happens, okay? Follow me through. I do a load of laundry. Do I separate my laundry by colors or whites or style? No. I dump all that shit in there.
Not with Tide. No.
That's right. I dump everything in there, okay? When it comes out, I dump everything into one pile in my bedroom floor. When I feel like it, I separate those into the piles that are in my closet floor. So I've got separate piles like Karkin was talking about in my closet, but in my bedroom, it's just one big pile. That's just where I dump everything when I get it out of the dryer. Also in my bedroom is essentially kind of my workbench, kind of. I've got all my electronics, everything that's in my bag that isn't a part of the studio, everything that I pack and take on trips and everything I store in there on a couple of countertops. And my luggage. My closet is full of clothes, so I can't put my luggage in my closet. So I leave my luggage on my bedroom floor, mostly packed with tech gear, because I don't want to have to put it all away and then repack it again 2 weeks later. So I've got 3 suitcases laying open in my bedroom floor with my tech gear in and out of it. And I have to get in and out of it from time to time because, like I said, I had to go get the Starlinks. They were packed. I had to get those unloaded. So my bedroom is not dirty. It's just massively cluttered and disorganized. Well, I call it controlled chaos. I know where everything is, but if you saw it, you would be horrified. So that's why I'm not taking you into my bedroom tonight, chat. If I were to ever take you into my bedroom, I would have to clean it. I wouldn't feel comfortable showing my bedroom to you because I would feel like you would judge me. So
More likely you'd throw everything from the main room just in the closet, and I would.
yeah, I feel like you would judge me.
We would judge you regardless. That's just what we do.
Well,
Everything sounds logical and organized to me. I don't know what. I think you're safe.
Lost in. Thank you, buddy. And there's another 4 minutes on the stream.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you, Lost in.
I was muted, but I wanted to say Sathan's comment. You need to make sure that your bedroom is clean before the French streamer that you've been following, aka your next ex-wife, shows up and sees what's going on.
She's not ever showing up. I haven't even spoken to her. The only way she's going to show up is if Madrox somehow pulls off some miracle and gets her to show up on the mountain. I haven't even spoken to her.
And at this point in life, do you really want to be hiding stuff? Just if she's not going to accept it, she's not going to accept it. You just better let it all.
That's true. That's true. Listen, baby, this is my life. Take it or leave it, right?
Who I am.
Yeah, you're right. At this point, I'm not changing for anybody. This is how I am. Take it or leave it. That's so funny.
Okay,
I'll give you a pile in the corner of the closet for your stuff.
Yeah, you can have this section for your pile.
She gets the entire dresser and absolutely everything else if you just have piles.
That's true. That's true. I have a chest with 5 drawers, and I have like a really nice bedroom suit chest with like the mirror. It has 9 drawers. Nothing is in any of them. No drawers have anything in them other than junk. They're junk drawers. I could easily go in there right now, take every single drawer, dump it into a trash can, and I wouldn't know what I threw away. I'm never in them. Hell, there might still be some of my ex-wife's stuff in there. I don't know. I don't use them. Never been in them.
So, for what it's worth, Loston said that you could just grant him the bonus stream if you would like to, go inside and have to deal with this.
I'm going inside anyway, Lost In, because my backpack lets me do that. Madrox says, I'll invite her to Toronto if you're paying. Do you actually know her?
Madrox, do you live in Toronto?
I mean, no, do you actually know this girl? Like, if you said, hey, I've got a buddy I'd like you to meet, she would show up? There's no way. There's no way that would actually work. Plus, didn't you say she doesn't speak English? Which, by the way, that's a huge win. All right, but just saying. All right.
Okay, Twitch needs to figure out there, if your sub ends within 24 hours, you should be able to get another gifted sub.
So, Tiny Mama, you actually can go and cancel your sub so that Lost In could give you another one if that's what you wanted to do. You can. If it's only a day, you can actually go into your subscriptions portal and you can cancel a gifted sub. And it'll tell you sure you have benefits through tomorrow, and you hit yes and it'll go away. You can actually do that. It's in your subscription section Now, I don't know if you can do it on mobile. I don't know about that, but I know on the desktop you can go in under your profile, click on subscriptions. It'll show you all your active subscriptions, the ones that, and you click on gifted, and then you can actually click on one and remove it and cancel it. That's right, Vul. If she doesn't speak English, then I don't have to worry about saying stupid stuff. It's perfect. Dave says you can do that on mobile. I'm not sure
that's how that works.
Lawson says, try. I have someone who wants to kidnap you. That has as much of a chance to persuade her as I have a friend who wants to meet you. That's fair. So, Madrox, do you actually know this girl? Are you actually offering to set me up with your friend? First of all, what's wrong with you? Why? Second of all, what did she do to you? All right. Third of all, why do you think she deserves this kind of hell? Lost end. All right, I'm going inside. Thank you for another 10 bomb. That completes level 3. We're in level 4. And at this point, I'm going to shut off the truck. We're going to de-rig, and we're going into the house. So. What?
Do I want to defend you from yourself or just let you be mean to yourself?
What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about my things to Madrox?
Yeah.
I mean, First of all, you guys know me, okay? You guys know me. You guys know me better than most people in my real life know me. Would you want me to date one of your friends? Would you want me to date your sister or your cousin? Would you want me to poison someone's life with the stupidity and the idiocracy that is my life? Didn't think so.
If you're being even the least bit serious, I'm really sorry for you feeling like that for yourself.
I'm not. No, well, I mean, I am. It's not a pity party. I'm just saying, I have no time. I work 2 full-time jobs. So, A, intimacy and, like, quality time together, non-existent, okay? I was actually talking to a girl about this, actually, just this past week. I said, I don't have time. I work, like, almost 100 hours a week. Literally, like, my content creation career is a second job. Like, I work it as much, if not more, than my day job. So, no time. B, I'm always doing stupid stuff. Like, and I don't mean, like, stupid bad stuff. I mean, like, stunts. Like, and going out and doing stuff, or going to get my legs waxed in Miami, or going to eat a Hellfire burger in Arkansas, or riding a donkey in the grain. I'm always going to be doing stuff. And when I was married, and I mean this genuinely, when I was married, I think the reason that I'm loving doing this stuff with you guys, Chad, is because I never got to do that stuff. Do you realize, and this is going to sound like I'm complaining, and I'm not, really, but, like, before I got divorced, I had flown on a plane one time. Once. That's as far away as I have ever gone on, like, a vacation, or I flew one time. And I didn't go on trips for the weekend, and I didn't spend money on technology and stupid stuff, and, like, I didn't. So now that I can, I do, and I'm loving my life. So, and I'm not going back to the way it was. So I genuinely say, and it's not from a self-deprecating position, Tarpy, I genuinely say, if somebody wants to be my companion, my travel buddy, if they want this life, great, I'm in. But I'm not changing my life to be a house husband.
See, that's the better way to put it.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the better way to put it, because that is you saying, hey, here's my reality. You're welcome to add to it.
Yeah.
Rather than how you said that about yourself.
Well, it was kind of joking a little bit, but I mean, but again, yeah. Like, I'm going to do this stuff. I'm going to do this stuff. I'm going to go climb a tower in Canada. I'm going to slap matters with a fish. I'm going to go to clean Tarpy's house in a French maid costume, and I don't care who sees it. Like, I'm going to do these things because they're what makes me happy and what I'm having fun doing with you guys and my community and this part of my career and my life, and I'm not stopping that. I bought $18,000 worth of technology so I can hit the road. And if somebody wants to be my partner for that, great. But I'm not going back to never flying. I'm not going back to, where are you? You're not home and it's 10 minutes after 6. I'm not going back to that shit. Nope. So,
like, people are saying you need to find the female version of Griffin. That would be hilarious, by the way.
that would...
Like, I feel like the number of times that I would then actually say, oh my God, you two get a room, rather than just think it and then also know that that's usually the situation anyway, because you two usually end up in the same room. Like, it would be great.
But joking aside, it was kind of a little self-deprecating humor. What did she do to you? Because, like, why would you want to subject somebody to this kind of lifestyle? This is chaotic, and I embrace it. My life is chaos, and I love it. I had 10 teenagers in my house this weekend, and I loved every second of it because I've never done that before. You know what I'm saying? I've never drank myself to death on my birthday. Never done it. You guys remember me telling you about how we go to the beach, and I've never gotten jet skis. Never done it. Now I do it because I can. And so I guess that's kind of it. But yeah, it was, I'm not in a bad place. I was just kind of joking. Like, what did she do to you that you would want to set her up with me? That's not what I meant. I was just playing. So anywho.
So I'm going to be actually nice to you for a hot minute.
Oh, please don't.
Because usually my job is not nice to you.
I'm gonna be very worried when we get off the phone.
No, because I feel bad because you've been saying some like negative stuff about yourself. You're genuinely one of the most supportive male friends I've ever had.
Aw.
And I specifically say male friends because you actually go out of your way to say, hey, like, I want to make sure that you're included. And I really appreciate that because usually that is not a thing that would be even on a dude's radar. And so I have really appreciated having you as a friend for the last year because that is what you actively do. And so when you're saying, would I want to subject one of my friends to you? I'm like, actually, yes, because that is a good partner and a good, like, that is what I would want in a partner. And that is what I have in my husband. But, like, so when you were saying that about yourself, I'm like, but that is actually, like, here's a bunch of good things that you do that you don't think about that you do.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Pyro sis. Dude, I know what you're talking about with your kids, but phrasing, dude. Quote, having 10 teenagers in your house. Yeah, that's on the interwebs now, isn't it? Thanks. Lost in, thank you for dropping another 10. I wish I had a button for applause, and I don't. Thank you very much, Lost in. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're so kind. And there's another 4 minutes on the timer. So level 5 is complete. We're going to level 6. How many subs is that now? Let me look and see. You guys are going to have to...
You did 9 at first, so that's 64.
Well, if you look up in the stream goal, Tarpy, I decided to help us, and I actually put what the targets would be based off the start of the stream. So if you look, it says 100 subs would get us to 1664. So what are we at right now, chat?
Well, I just that Lost in had given 9 to hit 700, and we're now at 55.
You're at you're at what?
64.
How much?
64. There's more. He just gave more.
Tony Pie, thank you. You just dropped some. Tony Pie just dropped a 5 bomb.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And...
oh, goodness. Okay. So it says, because I'm on my phone right now, too, you would need...
I can't actually see the number.
1664.
And we're at 1637, so we're only 20.
Yes.
We're only 27 subs away. Well, chat, it's up to you guys now. Okay?
Uh-oh. 27.
Wait, what?
No, you're fine. I'm just reading the numbers that are in chat, because me trying to do mental math is a bad plan.
20.
Oh, and by the way, don't worry. I will go back to being mean to you.
Thank you. That was kind of frightening.
Okay.
I'd rather go back to talking to Madrox about this French girl.
That's fine. Thank you, Welsh Warlock.
You know, I will say this. Funny, it's a funny thing, because I have almost kind of resigned to the fact that I probably, if I were to see anybody else in the future, it probably would have to be somebody in the streaming community, like in the streaming world, because nobody else would understand. When I talk to Mrs. Boss about this stuff, she thinks I'm absolutely batshit crazy. When I sent her a picture of what I had rigged up in this truck, she almost yelled at me. She's like, "What the hell is all this? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is a cool ass rig." You know, people don't understand. People don't get it. Who just did that?
She said what I was thinking. That was Lost In.
Lost In with another 22. Thank you
and
so
then
much.
Right before that was Welsh Warlock.
Welsh Warlock did 5. Thank you. So there's 27. So there it is. Bonus stream done. Okay. Objective
Thank
unlocked.
You guys.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. All right.
And that is a level 7 hype train.
Level 7. Okay. Cottontail.
Oh.
Cottontail is on. We can raid. We got to wait 80 more seconds, but then we can raid. Thank you guys. Lost In especially. Thank you. You continue to absolutely blow my mind. And thank you for working on this side. Thank you for working on the Go Wheel. I can't tell you how excited I am for this. I really am. I want to spin that thing and I want to get out. All of this stuff has been for the purpose of getting out and going and meeting people and doing crazy stuff, and it truly means the world to me, buddy. Thank you so much. I mean, this is what I wanted to happen. I wanted to have all this stuff and I wanted to celebrate it and use it with you guys. And I'm so grateful. Thank you for getting us ever closer. So I'm grateful, man. Thank you.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Given that you're still sitting in your car,
Yeah.
what are the chances we're going to get a message on Discord tomorrow morning saying, "Guys, I had to get AAA to bring me gas"?
No, I'm good. I got a few extra gallons. I've still got 100 miles to empty. It only takes me like 65 miles to get to work, so it should be fine.
Oh, and there's definitely at least one gas station between your mountain and where you're working.
Yeah. There's.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. So.
Whenever you say we're fine.
We're fine.
Uh-huh.
And we are over 3 hours now. So tonight. So basically, Lost In just netted me out. I was going to mark off a bonus stream tonight, and he just tacked one right back on. I am never going to get out of debt. Ever.
No, you're not. Why do you think I asked you, like, specifically about that? If you would add bonus streams for...
Yeah, I wasn't going to do it. Tarpy was like, "You need to put this on here because I'm never going to get out of debt."
Nope. Don't blame me for this. People like you.
And I like people. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's right. I could go in neutral down the mountain, save a little bit of gas. It'll do it.
Yeah, I know, Lost In. That I feel like we need to save for a very special occasion. Actually, are you talking...
Wait, what?
There's a couple options.
Whoa. Are you
What?
guys scheming?
I would never.
Papa Smurf, thank you for the 100 kitty bitties. Appreciate that. Lost In, what the heck are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Oh my God, there's a thing happening. What is the thing?
No. Nothing.
Oh boy. Oh boy, now this reminds me of the TENS unit in Hawaii that you didn't tell me about until it was time to strap it on. So you're making me nervous.
Well, I did get your consent beforehand. You liked the idea, so
I mean, I didn't.
And then you tried it, and then you didn't like the
Hold
idea.
on, I didn't veto the idea because I trust my life in your hands. All right, I didn't veto it, but
I'm the wrong kind of doctor for that, dude.
did I get propane? Yes. I actually bought 2 tanks. I didn't just refill one. I bought an extra tank. That way when it runs out next time, I can just swap one out and I won't be cold. At least not, the next day. I'm not going to go out in the middle of the stream and swap one out because it's kind of a pain in the butt to swap them out. But I did buy an extra tank just in case, bad weather or whatever, and I can't get it filled or can't get out, then I've got a spare tank for the studio. So I actually have 2 now. I'm going to store it. That's right. I'm going to store it with the matches and the circuit breaker next to all the diesel fuel in the garage. Jopie says, DJ, you bounce, I bounce after 7, but 10s sounded foreboding. The 10s unit? Yeah. So if that's what you're talking about. So when I was in Hawaii, I was doing a cooking competition, except the chat was able to shock me with a 10s unit while I was cooking. And so it was a terrible distraction, and I burnt my Spam and my noodles.
You don't get to blame that.
You guys spent 20 minutes shocking me. If I had those 20 minutes back, my vegetables would have been fresh. Just saying.
And you were absolutely overreacting to all of that.
I dare not. You take it back. That hurt.
No. Did it?
Get an RV tank switch, 2 tanks, easy peasy. Actually, so I did buy a little contraption today. But it's not a switch, it's a merge.
That's what she said.
So I don't know if I should do it this way or not. I was actually having second thoughts about installing it. So what it is, it's a merge. It basically takes both tanks and it's like a splitter, puts them on the same line so it would last twice as long. But when it runs out, I'm still in the same boat, right? So I was thinking about not putting them together. That way I will know when it's time for me to get gas. When one runs out, I'll put the other one in, but then I know I got to fill that one up. If I just extend the life of it, I'm still not going to know until it's empty. So I was thinking about that splitter, and then after I bought it, I was like, man, I don't know. That's not going to solve my problem. It'll just last longer, but then I'm still going to run out of gas. Warlock says, how do you change a tank? It's got I have to use a wrench on it. So there's a twist lock at the top, but I mean, it's really freaking tight. So there's a twist lock. I put a wrench on it, and I just, and undo it, and then move the tank and put the other tank on the pad and put the top back on it and then tighten it up. It's not really that hard. It's just, it's not comfortable to do if it's 0 degrees outside.
Does anybody speak French in chat?
Bonjour.
Both.
I do. Je ne parle pas français. J'ai parlé anglais.
What's your name?
Parle bien.
You just said I have spoken English.
Oh.
I speak English.
Thad, yo, thank you for dropping $25.
Parlay.
Thad just dropped $25 in the tech fund. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I think elle a dit is that she said, but I.
Bon, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Oui.
No. Oh, good for you, DJs. Now you can share a room with Karkin instead of Griffin. I think Griffin will love that.
Oui. All right. Guys, hostage train is over. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I am going to try to count to 5 again today and then hit this button. So we're going to see. I don't know how much of a delay we've got on Twitch. Tarpy, you could actually help me. Do you have Twitch pulled up?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to flash the audience with my hands. And you tell me how many seconds between seeing
what?
that. Don't worry about
What?
it. Tell me how many seconds until you see this versus hearing me say it. So you ready? Okay. 1,
What?
2, 3. How much of a delay in seeing the 1 on screen?
Actually, the Discord was behind your hand on. Oh. Do it again, because the first time you did the hand motion, and when it actually showed up on Twitch.
So here's the thing.
When you were saying it.
Audience, you guys aren't going to have a delay. Tarpy's talking to me in real time on Discord. You guys are getting the video audio signal synced. But Tarpy and I are actually speaking to you from about 7 seconds in the future. Howdy doody out there. So, yeah, because there's a delay.
I know what I'm expecting. Yeah, I know what I'm expecting now, but it was really weird because the Twitch delay.
You found it before you started.
Just now coming back. Chat is just now coming back. Okay, so here's what had happened. What had happened was, chat, I de-rigged because I was going to go into the house an hour ago. I apologize. I de-rigged because I was going to the house an hour ago. And so I had everything packed into the backpack on the backup battery, and the battery just now finally died. So, hey, not bad. 3 hours, 15 minutes on one battery.
Test complete on
Another test complete. Our first battery just died. We have 6 of these. All right. Our first battery just died after 3 hours, 15 minutes. So everything is good. But that's what happened. When the battery died, then I had to swap out the battery packs real quick. Which.
They don't do that automatically.
So, yes, the encoder did. But what did not, because I de-rigged, because I had packed this, the J5 did not. The J5 I had plugged into the backpack because it was plugged into the truck. I plugged the J5 into the backpack because I was going to go inside. And when the battery died, then the J5 died. The J5 controls the camera feed. So when the camera feed got shut off, the camera's still good, the encoder's still good. But if the J5 dies, then the camera feed gets interrupted and it goes to the BRB screen. So all I had to do was reach in my bag and plug the J5 back into the truck. Or if I was out in the field, I would plug the J5 into a fresh battery. And then we would be right back. So yeah, there will always be, unless we happen to catch it when it happens. Like if I looked at the battery and there was 5% on it, I would go ahead and swap. And then we could do it in such a way that we would prevent a down, prevent down. But I didn't notice it, so it went down, and that, It is still a hot swappable battery, but we'll still have a few seconds downtime. So, anyway, that's what happened. My apologies. But it is time to raid out anyway. Okay, and now we know that we're 5 seconds.
Hi, Matters.
Now we know we're 5. Matters is here. Now we got to stay and talk to him. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Hey, Matters.
He was literally about to raid out. Yeah, he was literally about to leave.
I was just.
Oh, it's my favorite time to join. Do it.
Hey, Fisty. All experimentation worked great tonight. We worked fantastic, actually. Everything's working great. So I am happy with everything, and now I'm going to go into the house and go to bed. So I am going to come over here, and I'm going to press this button. I'm going to thank everybody for hanging out. I appreciate you all. You guys are amazing. Thanks to Tarpy, thanks to Karkin and Putz and Matters for showing up on the Discord. You guys are great. I'm going to turn Discord down. Do what?
And Destros.
And Destros, too. That's right. So thank you guys all, and thanks to Lost In and all the rest, the Tony and Warlock and Ice Wolf and all you guys who contributed crazy to the hostage train tonight. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to say goodnight. I love you. We'll see you tomorrow night for Starfleet Academy, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do a watch through on Discord, and then we'll do our podcast afterwards with special guests Beck and Bubba Joe. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. I appreciate you. And now I begin my count. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,000.